You see, I will
No,
never stop doing
can we
that.
not? Yes, thanks. All right, so unfortunately, we start today's session with Silas's corpse having been brutally sodomized by several aggressive bears on meth.
Finally.
Okay, so it is early morning. You have just recovered psychologically from being shanghaied into removing boulders by 7,500-year-old Kalashtar vampires. Waking up and scheduling several appointments with your psychiatrist, you can now start your early morning routines. I'm going to go around, talk to everyone, get a feel for the environment, and then you all can convene for breakfast and then talk shop. Okay, Asger, how are you starting today?
Uh, my usual away from everybody else is all I'm going to say.
Okay, Gyarados, how are you starting your morning?
Same as I always start, usually just sparring with the men in the morning.
Okay, good. Milo, what are you doing?
Just a standard routine. Um, nothing nothing too special.
Okay. Silas?
I write down everything that I dreamt, and then I see how high I can piss.
Standard for Silas. Okay,
Cool.
Belfin?
I have taken to researching flaws in the the troops' movement to see if we can improve that.
Okay, that's pretty good. Gyarados and Belfin, go ahead and give me a little training roll. Okay, got your message, Asger.
You know what? Can we just what would be the training role?
History,
Oh,
right?
God. What was that?
History, right? Because it's like training.
Yeah, history, I imagine.
History.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay, that went well. Okay, go ahead, Belfin.
Wink. 14.
That's fine. You teach them. They're in better form. Belfin goes over, starts slapping the hobgoblins in the ass, telling them good form. The hobgoblins blush a little bit. Gyarados keeps them in their technique. They sharpen their blades. They learn to go in formation. They learn to quickly set up ambushes and other stuff. You convey some to them. A few more weeks of this, and they'll probably all be in pretty firm fighting shape. Okay, so I imagine that one of the hobgoblins or bugbears or goblins. Actually, I'm gonna say that one of the goblins is kind of in charge of food. It's like a reasonable assumption to make.
In charge of what? Food?
Yeah, making food.
Okay, great.
Okay, and you can name this goblin, and I highly recommend naming him Cookie because that is always funny. But if you want to name him something,
Because he's the cook, and it's also like a cookie. That's very sweet. I like
The
Cookie.
only cookie I know has to be a Murloc. That's just old school
What
for
if,
me.
what if we name him Fuck? That'd be fun.
Fuck the Murloc.
Fuck.
It's an ancient infernal name. It's very sacred to our people.
Yeah. It's PHO with an umlaut and then two K's.
That just made me miss eating at Faux Bistro. God fucking damn it.
All right. So you hear the
he's
ding,
fuck.
ding, 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 ding.
It's Fuck the Goblin, and he specializes in making pho.
Okay. So you hear ding, 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 ding. It means soup's up. So I imagine that you all are going to go sit at the commander's table and eat your early morning breakfast.
Yep.
What's on the menu?
It is now pho, so you're welcome.
Oh hell yeah!
Thank
They
you.
managed to scrounge together some mushrooms in the cave, and they found a small vegetable garden that was growing down the side of the hill, and they just stole it all, and they brought it back, made a fresh batch of pho.
Oh my god, yum!
So you all get a bowl, and let's open up the session with whoever wants to discuss whatever.
Hey, who wants to watch how high I can piss?
No one wants to see that. Please, please don't.
I'd like to see.
Thank you.
Behind
No,
you, you
please
see all
If
the
you would like,
goblins
if you would like
slowly
a
raising their
flamethrower
hands.
attachment as a replacement, then yes, by all means, please do. I could use the research.
Roll for piss.
Please, no.
Roll performance. Roll performance. Man.
Gyarados just
Roll
avoids,
performance.
just averts his eyes.
And here I was thinking that would be Constitution.
Or athletics.
Yeah.
Not athletic.
Animal handling. It's a hog.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
It's
a hog,
animal
that's
handling
right.
with advantage.
Let me maneuver my hog.
Sleight of dong.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of dog.
You
boy.
pee, and it actually hits the ceiling, which is 15 feet up, and everyone is extremely impressed. And the goblins start clapping. Even the humans are like politely golf clapping in the background.
Gyarados just all gives him a look, as if like, please don't encourage this. Why?
They all immediately stop clapping in unison and go back to the.
I bow to everyone.
Milo's still clapping. He's like the lone clapper at the end of it.
Thank you.
I don't see how this doesn't pay for research, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Advanced pneumatics research. I mean hydraulics research. Okay.
Hydraulic indeed.
All right, Milo. Is there anything you would like to say?
Give me uno momento.
As Belfan starts writing the paper for organic hydraulics.
Yeah, please do not make a suit of power armor that is powered with piss. Please don't do it.
Why'd you
Piss cooling rig.
Give me a sec. Move on to someone else.
Okay, does anyone else have anything they would like to broach to their fellow second six during this breakfast meal?
I've already done my hey look at me everybody for the day, so
I'm sensing projection. Okay, so as you are all there scarfing down your meal, and Milo seems to be lost in thought, like he's recall something forgotten. You see a figure coming in from the outside, walking into the mess hall, and you can see them silhouetted from behind by light, and your eyes adjust, and it is the one and only Boyland Manistan, your favorite gnome artificer, who is standing in the middle of the mess hall with his coterie of guards, and he is holding a tray with 6 daggers and a large stack of paper.
Can
And he's
we
like, hey!
can we at least eat breakfast without your fucking ass being here? That would be much appreciated.
or put your sitting ass on and wait a minute.
I suggest you hurry up, because we have some very important documents to sign.
Okay, well I got some very important eggs to eat.
All of a sudden, your egg flies out of your bowl and then slams into the ceiling.
You
And he's like, well,
bitch.
that was taken care of.
Right,
So perhaps we could get...
right in my piss puddle.
Where's
Shit.
Aster sitting?
I'm gonna go ahead and move yourselves here. I'm just gonna move you all. Actually, one thing I was gonna bring up is that after today, you are going to reasonably be able to do some bulk excavations, and you're actually going to be able to design your fortress.
Oh, sick.
So come up with like a little map, and I'll plop it down in here. Okay, now let me just put up something for... Okay, here's Boyland Manistan. He's this weird devil guy right here. He's like,
good.
well, we have
Aster's
some...
positioned just far enough away to where the cone would just literally engulf this one dumbass, and nobody will get hurt. Nobody else will get hurt. Good. So, the flamethrower attachment on Asker's shoulder henceforth points to the one gnome asshole interrupting our meal. And Belfan politely, but more firmly says, "You have until the count of 5 to let us finish our breakfast in peace, or you're going to be missing your beard with interest."
No complaining. No complaining.
Well, I can see that some of us are a little angsty in the morning before they have their meals.
I have not had my fucking morning potion yet.
My morning potion.
Gyarados is just kind of eerily silent. He's just kind of just rolling his eyes at everybody as he's just thinking, playing with his food almost.
All right, well, does anyone actually want to sign the important documents to give you 9,000 gold when we complete our contract or not?
Gyarados extends his hand. Give me the documents, please, and just shut up.
Okay, when you sign the contract, we each have to hold one of these daggers. It's boilerplate.
Oh. Okay. He grabs I guess he just grabs the dagger and he's like, I could just stab you with this right now.
Wait, hold on a second. Legally, I have to ask you this. Do you know what the dagger is for?
No.
Legally,
All right.
I have to ask you.
If I were to presume, it's some part of a blood pact.
I thought you were just
Alright.
gonna do a trick with it.
If either of us breaches the terms of this contract or fails to fulfill it without due cause or reason, the dagger will plunge straight into our hearts, killing us instantly.
Ah,
So
cool.
if I say I give you 8,999 gold, I get stabbed in the heart and die instantly. That's just how these things work. It's boilerplate.
Boilerplate.
Okay.
All right, now just hold the dagger, sign here, dot here. Initial here.
May I read this contract?
Gyarados is actually also reading it before he just signs it.
Great.
It's pretty straightforward. It's just a single page, and it says that in exchange for Dakani agricultural technologies that are found within the confines of Polar Draw, you will receive 9,000 gold. Hold on a second. I go back to.
Thank you.
You will receive 9,000 gold.
Fucking medicine shit.
You will have a seat at the Kornberg Council, but not a vote. And an additional consideration is that if you restore the farms functioning here, they will build a road or a lightning rail directly to your city, which will connect you to Kornberg and the other transportation networks.
I would like to also note that I'm pretty much getting I'm intending Belfan to be hostile with a 3-foot tall lawn ornament.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right. Here, Boyland Vanistan hands Milo the rest of the contracts. Show these to your friends, then come over here, hold these daggers, and let's get these signed. I have to go back to Kornberg to spend time with my wife.
I'm gonna. Let's see.
I'm sure your wife is as lovely as you are. And then I start handing out the knives.
All right. I imagine everyone is going to sign while holding the dagger and then hand the documents back.
Yes.
All right. All right. Wordlessly silent. Digs the dagger into your arm and then writes it in blood. All right. You sign the documents and hand them back. And Boyland, goes, excellent. I see that everything's in order. Now, is there anything else you need before I have to go?
Well, what we need is starting to become very subjective here.
I'm a man known for procuring things, so if you need anything else, it wouldn't exactly be wild to make some kind of request now, would it?
I do need something. I'd like to talk to you privately about it.
All right. Let's go over to this corner or something over here, and you can tell me about it.
He kind of dragged me like, I have a father who stays in Solargo. He goes by Rowan Lockhart. I need you to make sure that he is okay. I also have a mother who he's a nobleman, I believe. She should be also Zalargo with him.
All right. I'll do a little house call to make sure that they're all right and back. All right, I'm gonna do that for you. Oh, here. He puts 5 little objects in your hand. These are 5 more suspension devices to hold up your tunnels. They should make it so that it's safer to dig deeper down in here while you excavate the place out. These are hard to come by, so don't try to break them or try to fuck with them. It's dwarven technology. You don't know what kind of countermeasures they got. All right. Is there anything else?
Did he ever come back to the table?
Yeah, I imagine that afterwards, Gyarados and him return back. Is there anything else you all need?
Okay, so that went out for a second. Part of that did you hear? Hello?
What's that?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear
Oh, yeah,
you.
what were you saying?
Yes. Do you know what a I have a question about a dirge gate. Would you happen to know what such a thing is?
Dirge Gate? Ah.
Hey, okay. The internet just like went out for a second.
Oh,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What did I say last? What did y'all hear me say last?
Take care of your... you asked Boyland Manistan to go check on mother and father.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And I just asked Boyland what I asked him about a dirge gate.
From what I recall, it's the way into the lower parts of Palor Draw. It should be buried under all this wreckage, except no one's been able to get into it in over 8,000 years. The door's locked. Hey, is there anything else?
No, sorry, I keep forgetting that I have push to talk.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to get going. Keep digging this place out and get that information back to me. Boyland Menistan goes away with his coterie of guards. If anyone wants to chuck an egg at him, you are welcome to do that. Okay, I guess he emerges out into the tunnel and disappears. And you can now resume your meal in peace. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yep, I can hear you.
All right. You can resume your meals, maybe talk about what happened, and then get a little bit of an understanding of what you want to do next.
I think this dirge gate is something that we should investigate. This could be useful for us.
If you took notes, you'll remember that several of the diaries and documents you got referred to it. And one of them detailed how you open it. Now, Asger, if you want to express that aloud, you can.
Well, this is odd. And you see Asger kind of look down and pull out the scepter. He's like, as we're talking about the gate, this thing just randomly appeared within my pants.
Oh yeah, happens to me all the time.
Oh right, about that. Belfan takes out the grimoire that he was given by the the vampire sisters.
Okay.
I
Oh,
still-
did you pick your spell already?
No, I did not. The context was that I had to replace a spell, correct?
Yeah.
You had to replace a spell?
Apparently.
Said you
Actually,
had
that
weird.
might not. You could take stuff that's available to.
Take stuff that was available to what?
To wizards, because I don't think they have that many artificer spells in.
Okay.
All right, Asger, you want to maybe go a little further into the thing? Is everyone hearing everyone?
Yep, I hear everybody.
Okay. Does anyone remember the diaries and notes you got detailing the gate?
I don't remember that at all.
Give me some history checks, and I will refresh your memories, because reasonably you have the document. And whoever wishes to do that can do that.
I will.
That's fine. Silas scrunches her face super hard and remembers hearing something about a guard complaining about the gate and having to touch these sconces with a sword. You don't know why they call it a sword, because they reforged it, and that the gate will be purple and then it'll open. I believe that's the most pertinent information.
I relay that to whoever needs it relayed to them.
Okay. Who wants to? I don't know. You have a scepter has suddenly appeared in Asger's pants. Socket.
Ooh.
Yeah, nobody reacted to that.
Or is he just happy to see us?
Okay, Asger, give
I
that to
don't know
everyone
what
again.
happy is.
It's a dick joke.
Oh.
That's okay. You don't need to be happy for me to laugh at you.
Right. Dang it, where did it go? There it is. So basically, Asker's holding out a scepter that's made out of a brilliant lavender-colored metal. And it has goblin writing along the side of it. And he actually, at that point, seeing the goblin, tosses it directly to Gyarados and goes, "Have someone read it."
Okay. He kind of looks at it. What language is it written?
It is written in goblin.
He calls what was it? Jar, the hobgoblin that he designated in charge of the other goblins over.
Okay, he comes right over.
Translate this for me, and then we're going to discuss about the Milan and Goblinoid. Okay.
Yes, sir. He grabs it and says, it says, "Sword of the True King." Sword of the True King. He repeats this, and the other goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears, they start repeating, "Sword of the True King."
Gyarados kind of like glares at all of them, and he goes, "Silence. What does it mean?"
This is the legendary sword of the last emperors of the Takani Empire. It said that he who holds it is the true leader of the goblins.
You see, like Gyarados just kind of like you don't see him small, but you all can just feel his like just energy go like yes, 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 yes.
It's literally that thing in JoJo where it goes yes, 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 yes.
He kneels and bends the knee and presents the sword to you, which is actually a scepter, and waits for you to take it out of his.
How do the rest of the goblins look essentially at me?
They are in fucking awe. This is like finding, like, to a goblin, this is like finding, like, the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
Like,
Excalibur,
it's like-
basically, right?
It's like
they're
finding like the briar of Jesus.
Yeah, they are all extremely impressed.
Hell
And
yeah.
I found it in my pants.
Boy, you got the magic goblin stick. You're the Goblin King now.
Oh God.
Gyarados takes the scepter and holds it above all of them, kind of saying, "Who am I?"
You are our true king!
Yeah.
He came out of his pants.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
I'm going to examine it to see if it has any magical properties to it.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. I would probably suggest handing that off to Belfin to do this.
I mean, he's just kind of like feeling his hand to see if he can sense anything right now.
You can tell that this thing itself is actually not magical at all.
Oh, not at all? Okay. So it's just more of a centerpiece than anything else.
Yes. It does have effects, but it's more like it's not magical. What it does.
Ooh.
He kind of plays with it in his hand a little bit, and he kind of passes it off to Belafin. He's like, "Let me know what you can do before the end of the day." He looks at the rest of goblins, and he's like, "I believe that we should goblins, I want all of you all to go leave us alone for a second. Jar," and he looks for the kobold, like Gar or something like that, Gone or something shit like that. And like, you two will come with me. We need to discuss our next plans. This changes a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, Milo is like checking his pants to make sure there's no like weaponry in there that he didn't know about.
He finds the usual assortment of weapons.
Just the one God gave you, brother.
He pulls out like a sword out of his pants, and then like it's all like memory stored weapons. So he pulls out like several. He pulls out a weapon, and then it falls to the ground, and he remembers a different weapon, and he pulls that out. He just like keeps pulling weapons like magic. What do you call it? Like a clown car, basically. but each one kind of disappears as it hits the ground.
Like a bunch of colored scarves tied together.
Yeah, except a bunch of weapons.
Oh god,
All right.
that's terrifying. Like he just starts pulling out like knives and like swords out of his pants.
Yeah,
and they just
knives,
start
maces.
disappearing.
Like there's a flail that gets like kind of caught, and he has to kind of like tug on it twice.
That's not how a flail. How you should wear a flail, Chief.
All right. As you all are seated there,
Real
discussing
quick.
amongst yourselves. Yeah.
So, I choose the spell as I was instructed, only evocation. And
Okay.
do I just hold the book in the air and see what happens after I'm done?
The book floats, shuts, and disappears with a.
Bless you?
I don't know if that was the
Actually-
so that would be really funny if that was.
Actually, I'll make it more creepy. The book disappears, and all you see is, all you hear is "free at last," and the book disappears.
Damn.
Interesting. Shame I couldn't put that more to use.
Who do I like? I will take Milo aside. And I'll say, "Hey, I need you to take a walk with me real quick."
Of course.
All right, I lead him outside, and
All right.
we meet Fiona.
Who's Fiona?
In front of you, outside
Ghost that
is.
we got out the typewriter.
Wait, say that again?
Is,
The ghost that we got out of that typewriter.
Oh, sick. Okay, great.
in front of you is Fiona in all of her undead glory. She says, "Greetings, friends. I have."
Wait, you say greetings, friend. You have what?
I have returned.
Oh, okay, you just cut out. Welcome.
Glad to have you back.
I am sorry for taking so long, but I had to wait
Oh,
for
That's all right.
I had to wait for it to leave.
Ooh, what kind of it?
When I first arrived here, there was bodies everywhere, and I felt something, some immense psychic presence billowing over this area, and it slew everyone at once. In my ethereal state, this was too much for me to bear, so I took cause to be away from this place, and I returned only when it was safe, just a few moments ago.
Hmm. And any idea what that thing might have been?
Even in my boundless millennia of knowledge, I have no idea what that creature is. It was so foreign. It
God
is
damn
clearly
it.
not of this plane.
Hmm.
Well, thank you anyway.
Oh, I come bearing some information for you.
Do tell.
What have you got?
I can still sense a presence near here. I can sense a great door of blue energy. Beyond this door, I can sense a creature. I attempt to parse its mind, but can only get images and strange visions. I can't sense if this creature is good or evil or neutral. It seems to be inscrutable. I can't get a pin on it. It's something of intense power, but it's moored, almost like it's trapped. Interesting.
That's real
Oh,
funky.
Asger, Gyarados, and Belfin, what are you lot doing as Milo and Silas went outside?
Belfan will be taking a minute to check on Asker's gear, like especially the small upgrades he's made to this to his armor.
All right, go ahead and make some tool checks with advantage.
This should only take a
what are you
minute,
going to be up
Asker.
to? And
No
Asger,
problem. And Asker actually takes them off to let you do it, and then basically like just nods at Gyarados and walks off. So I'll be right back.
all right. Gyarados, what are you up to?
Oh, I didn't add the advantage. Oh well, we're just quit. We're quit.
You're
fishing
fine. I
here.
think you did fine. All right, Gyarados, what are you up to?
I did not hear a single bit of that, and I was trying to bust around to the internet settings to see what happened. What happened?
Okay, what was the last thing you heard?
It was like the Fiona thing, but I don't think y'all could hear me because I was trying to say something, and then I had to like.
Oh yeah,
disconnect.
I couldn't hear you say anything about Fiona. What'd you have to say about Fiona?
Yeah, what did you say then?
I didn't say anything. I was just saying
Oh.
that was around the same time that I was still hearing stuff.
Okay. Well, I guess that kind of works because unless you went with them outside, you wouldn't really know.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing right now?
Way to
This
get in
Gyarados.
character, man.
Yes, my internet difficulty is the way to get in character. I guess I am just kind of talking with the goblins to see what is the closest goblin village and what type of defenses they have.
Go ahead and pull up a map and look at Durgan and just type up the cities you want. And when I finish with Fiona, I'll get back to you on that. Okay. So, Silas and Milo, what else would you like to ask Fiona? Any questions in regards to what she just told you?
Yes.
1 second.
In this time, Jahi, look at roll 20, goddammit.
Okay.
Okay. Silas and Milo, what would you like to ask Fiona?
Oh, okay, I see your thing, Oscar.
What? Shit. What should we ask, man?
She looks at you and says, I have one more thing to tell you, and then I want 3 questions. As I was waiting to appear, I noticed a strange gnome outside. Isn't his name Boyland?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, we are unfortunately well acquainted with Boyland.
He was talking via sending stone to some hobgoblin who had big airs that seemed very important. I couldn't figure it out, but it seemed like they had some kind of plan together that was slowly coming into work.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, one other thing, and I completely forgot.
Everyone does.
Boyland received a hobgoblin messenger out here for you and took the letter that he had. Instead of giving it to you, he simply threw it in the debris over there.
Huh.
Well, aren't you sweet?
I go over to the debris and see if I can find it.
You find a little envelope that says on the outside, "Dear Prospectors in common."
It says, "Dear prospectors," and what?
And that's it. You have to open it if you want to read what else.
Oh yeah. Wait. Well, who's it addressed to? Just
it says, "Dear
prospectors?
Prospectors."
All right. Well, I'll open it. Yeah.
Here, wait a minute. Send it to you. Okay, Silas, while Milo is reading this, I'm going to send it to you. Actually, I'll send it to you on Discord. Easier.
Ooh.
Wait, did you send it to me on Discord or on Roll20?
I'm going to send it to you on Discord.
Right.
Okay. Silas, what would you like to ask Fiona? You can ask 3 questions in regards to anything that she could reasonably know. But then she has to...
Okay. Milo can't hear us?
Milo is only 15 feet away. If you wanted to ask her something in secret, she can lean in and you can whisper.
I'd like to whisper to her.
Okay. Just send it to me via PM.
Aye.
She stands up and goes, "Yes, they do make stamps out of frogs."
I knew it.
You talk to me with infinite knowledge and you ask me such a name.
I had to know. Nobody knows.
Silas.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear what this letter says?
You know I do.
A most jocund welcome to you, prospectors. You are digging in a city renowned for its riches and legends. I salute you. Within it there are items that I desire. I beseech you to visit me in Rukon Draw. Please RSVP. I have attached a returning envelope. If you are hesitant, I shall pay you 600 gold merely for arriving to hear my deal. Sincerely, Lesh Haruk Sharator, King of Dugan.
Two. A king. Is there any kind of royal seal on that? Make sure it's not bullshit.
As you flip the envelope over, a very fancy hobgoblin sigil comes out. Almost like a badge. And you can tell that it's a royal passport. So if you were to go there, you would not be harassed by checkpoints or anything.
It appears Boyland wasn't being totally forthright with us.
Shocker.
Oh, Mags, I mean Silas, did you send me what you wanted to know?
Yeah, I was typing it this whole time.
Oh, okay. She comes in close and whispers to you.
But yeah, while that's being typed out, Silas is gonna look over to Milo and just... I'm starting to think... Well, I'm starting to agree with you. I don't think this man's all he said he is. I mean, he threw away a royal letter. That's a little suspicious.
Why wouldn't he want us to maybe consider this offer?
don't know. Maybe he wants it all to himself. I mean,
Oh, one thing you do know is the envelope was not opened. It was simply discarded.
Oh, great. Okay.
You have two more things that you can ask Fiona, and then she must part.
I have one more question, and then I guess Milo. Do you have more than one question, Milo?
I ask what you wish. I'm not sure.
I've asked.
Hmm.
I mean, you do remember when he came in with all those warships or whatever, threatened to blow up the joint? He was too stupid to realize he'd collapse it on all of us. I don't think that man's into archaeology.
To your question, she shakes her head. No.
All right. Well, thank you, dear. I guess.
Oh, you still have one more question.
Well, I'm dry. Ooh. Hey, you think maybe the pardon me.
Oh no, I don't know what else to ask.
You think maybe the boys got a question?
We
You
could
you want to escort her into the area?
I will escort the lady.
we could defer to the rest of the group.
Right this way, please.
She extends out her hand and waits for you to take it.
I take her hand.
You touch her hand, and you, for a brief, exhilarating moment, understand what it feels like to have a waifu IRL.
Bitch, I was married before this campaign.
All right. You take her inside, and I imagine that you engage in some. How do you introduce your guest and get everyone's?
Hey, Ian. I just realized something. Belfan's never seen Fiona.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I guess I need to make
Hey,
that
scrub,
roll.
this is my wife. Not for real though. He comes down and he's like, "Everybody, you remember Fiona?"
She gives a little curtsy.
Ooh, ain't she fun? All right. Ooh, you got a mouth. State your business, please.
I will answer one more question, and then I must depart back to my home in Arenal.
Derridas looks at her and says, the betrayer spoke of a specific item in my dream. And hold up, let me just make sure I'm reading it correctly.
You can come to her, and you can whisper it into her ear if you would like, or you can say it aloud. It is your call.
He said to me, the flesh is a thing taken from me by my siblings. I know the name where it dwells, Marbar. Bring it to me and I shall make the fear that radiates from you a thing as real as it is unreal. The blood of Vo, the priest, will know how to reach this place. Seek out the undead and tease their wisdom from their bodies. Your splendor will come from those ill of mind. And then he says, which one of my people knows exactly where they are?
Huh. One of you know. Well, I don't know who knows this, but I know where you could potentially find Mabar. Do you know what it is?
No. That is why I'm asking you.
It is the plane of negative energy. It's where the undead derive their power. It's a place where no magic that does good can exist, and where magics that engage in evil and destroy soul and harm are greater magnified. It's a place of no light, no radiance, no hope, no power. It is a foul place. I can't imagine who or what would store flesh in there. Did you say the mockery?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
He is a member of the Dark Six. Why is he speaking to you?
Because I am the next person to take his line. I am the next god. It's only understandable the previous boss would guide his new apprentice in a what sense.
Huh. Well, the Mockery used to be a member of the Holy Court with the rest of the Blessed Divines. He was stripped of his skin by his brothers and cast in the Underdark. I wonder why they would squirrel his flesh away in place of helplessness and rain. Well, I can tell you where you could find this place, and that it's part of a certain destiny beyond my understanding. Mabar can only be reached in places of desolation and rancor and horror. So you should seek places where great tragedies occurred. And there, the boundary between this realm and that realm will be weaker, and you can cross over. He's struck my curiosity. He said, seek the undead. Have you come across that recently?
But there was he kind of like thinks about it for a second and gets a little bit of shudders. Those sisters.
Sister? Wait,
I wouldn't say
what are
I'm
their names?
I don't remember. What were they again?
Kelly.
What were they actually? I forgot. They were like
Oh, like
For now.
it was like Kim and Katya or some shit.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Leslie
I
and
get pronouncing
Roll
things.
me a history. Roll me
Julianka.
a history check with advantage because the experience with them was so terrifying that you would reasonably remember what the hell they were called, so that you can know.
There's only been one person to make Gyarados feel true, undoubtable fear, and it's those women.
Their names were Oh my god. Their names were Yazada and Fravash.
No wonder them. Those sound Chechen as fuck.
Hakuna Matata.
He says the name because I won't even attempt to pronounce them. I'm gonna be honest. I have no way to pronounce them.
Fiona immediately goes,
yeah.
and puts their hands to their face and says, "And you lived?"
Barely. Barely.
Those are some of the most evil creatures that have ever walked the plane.
We lived, and we also managed to entertain them.
Well, they do get bored. Oh my word, you poor souls. I'm shocked you still have souls. Well, they're the most powerful servants of the quarry from Sarlona. Why in God's name would they be here? I need to return. I need to return immediately. Okay. The cultists of those breed like to congregate in the great forests to the west. Look to the forests in the west of Corvair, and you will likely find them, and will likely find a weak place where you can enter the plane of Mabar. I do suggest, though, that in that place no light will work. If you do not have the means to pierce through magical darkness, you will be blind in that plane. So take that into caution. I bid you adieu. She gives a little curtsy. She slowly fades away.
Bye-bye. I'm gonna miss
Actually-
her. She's nice.
Oh, Asgard, check Discord.
Ooh.
Hold on.
All right, what do you all want to discuss after that little interaction?
Oh, I'm gonna miss her.
Gloaming!
I never really.
Bless you.
Milo just shouts suddenly, gloaming! Gloaming, gloaming, gloaming. Like he was trying to remember a song he had forgotten about all day.
What are you talking about, my friend?
Yes, we should go.
We should go where?
West of Lake Galifar.
And what is in that direction?
someone. Jeez, somebody. We need to go there. There's some good stuff there. I just can't remember.
You're gonna have to remember if we are going to go there. Point being, let's see. So I want to let's see. Jada's kind of gathers him all around the table as he looks at the stuff that is like, well, actually, no. He's gonna speak to Asker and pull him to the side. Kind of noticing that Asker kind of wants to talk to him. They kind of go off into a corner. Asker. So, what is your thoughts on the defenses currently?
One second, sorry.
No
What were
problem.
you asking?
Asker.
Asker kind of looks up. Are we alone?
Yeah,
I guess
we're
we
by
would because
ourselves.
Asker was off by himself.
Yeah.
So you two can go ahead.
So Asker kind of looks up, looks around. Okay. I don't want to alarm everyone just yet.
Do you think I would even tell them what important decisions that we make?
Sometimes they should know because they can be very useful, and in fact, we need them for what I'm planning. However, I need to talk with you first.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're likely going to be invaded soon-ish by orcs.
Why?
We have... One second. They are from the Gatekeeper clans, and we have something that they want.
What is that something?
Wait. Wait, Ian, do I already have it? I'm reading it again.
Gyarados actually has it. Unless you
Wait,
gave it up.
what do I have?
The Gatekeeper
Oh,
room.
got it. It's the scepter, isn't it?
No, it's the trinket that you found on that guy in that collapsed hallway.
Oh, the Draconic Amulet?
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
actually. Well, it is, but it's not like Draconic. It belongs to the
Okay.
Gatekeepers.
Gotcha. So I point to the necklace that you're wearing, and I say, that may slow the decline of their ancient magic that protect them. They want to kill us and get to, I guess, extend their peace period. And she also told me they would likely come at night.
Well, luckily for us, we have kobolds, bugbears, hobgoblins, and goblins, all of which are creatures that thrive at the nighttime. Kobolds are known for their traps.
Yes, and we have Belfen, who can enhance the probably rather rudimentary ones into something a bit more boom. What I was thinking is we create 2 palisade-style walls as reinforcement on the entryway that would funnel into, let's say, a 15-foot space. That 15-foot space would hold you and I when they decide to invade. On those palisade walls would hold all of our friends, the kobolds, the orcs, and anyone and everyone who can throw something, or sling something, or use a spell of some sort.
Similar to what we did in Baron's Keep in Brilliant.
Yes. I mean, we funnel them all to us, they get blown up or sliced in half. It's fun for us, terrible for them.
But the orcs are such strong people. though I doubt they would be ones for open for negotiations or surrendering. I believe their
If they're coming at
culture is-
night to attack us, they're not here to talk.
Hmm. Gyarados kind of like closes his eyes, and you kind of know this is just when he's just thinking really hard. Okay. He slowly kind of opens them and he looks at you. I think this could possibly work, but.
Quick thing.
Mhm.
Just so that I can go into this double blind, I'm gonna have you all do a 5-minute planning session, and I'm gonna leave the chat so that I don't know what the hell you do.
Oh, sick.
Because so the orcs have their own strategy for how they're gonna do this, and I think it would just work better if I literally don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Nice.
So go ahead. And Gyarados and Asger, I imagine you're probably going to go back and talk with everyone about this.
Oh, wait. Well, they haven't finished talking yet.
Yeah, I know, but just like I'm just telling you that. So like, try to keep it kind of bland, but I'd rather not know.
Gyarados kind of looks at Asgard and is like, listen, we have a total of 40 kobolds, around 20 goblinoids, total of about 60 men. Did your mistress by chance give you the number of what to expect?
She's never that specific.
Just like everyone.
More like every god. They just want us to do whatever it is they need us to do.
Well, I mean, as a god, I can understand. You don't want to get into the specifics of things. You just want them to do it. Simple as that.
Anyway, as I said, Belfin would definitely be of use. We could possibly see if the others have anything to throw in idea-wise. I just wanted to run it by you first.
Probably say that the best. So, did it come at night? Do we have any estimate on when exactly they would come?
Within the next 3 days, likely?
30 days. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to the group. Make sure that everything's under.
Okay. Do you want me to start the 5 minutes now, or after you all?
You can start the 5 minutes now.
Okay. All right. Here, let me log out. I will be back at 7:21. So designate someone to be the nerd, and I'll be back. Actually, I'll make it 22. I'll be back at 22. Take care, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
kind of-
really quickly. Sorry. I don't think we should do this in character just so that we can get shit out of the way first. I just want to say I can grow one size using my rubber soul ability, and I also have major image and fear. So if we need to scare any of them out.
Ooh,
And
major
tiny
image is
touch.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Silent image as well. So there's my 2 cents. I can
Cool.
make shit look scary.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm okay doing the strategizing out of character if y'all are. If it'll expedite it, we get the most done in
It
5
just
minutes.
makes it faster.
Yeah, that's common sense. All right.
So what do we think? I guess we can try to counterplay them. What do we think the orcs are going to do? Or should we even think of that? Should we just come up with our own?
Well, they're supposed to be like a gatekeeper clan, and Silas had a dream about a gate, and then just now Fiona was like, "Hey, there's a gate under." So I think they're gonna try to get to that, and they're gonna go in the tunnels, if that's where the gate is.
Okay, I think
not
that's
sure.
that could.
So you
that
think
could
we
have
should
legs.
defend the gate?
I think we should
Or sabotage the tunnels?
rig the tunnels. Yeah.
We could totally rig the tunnels.
Okay, sorry. My internet just went through the craziest of surges. What did you say, Max?
All right. There's a gate somewhere. I think it's underground. These orcs are part of a gatekeeper tribe. They're gonna want to go for the gate, I think, or they're gonna want to get some, I don't know, artifacts down there. I think they're gonna go underground, so I think we should rig the tunnels.
Oh, wait,
So we need to get the kobolds on that.
Let's do
We
this in
are
character,
underground. It's faster this way. Because we don't have a lot of time. It's already 18.
Let's see. kobolds are known for digging tunnels and setting up traps, so we can just have them. Oh, we could have them do this one thing where I have the kobolds kind of make long tunnels, and it's just kind of filled like head to toe with traps, and there's like these little holes in the wall that they can burrow and like kind of climb through that they can put blow darts into, essentially. So the orcs trying to like hurt them in the tunnels is kind of useless because they can just scurry around essentially, and they can pick them off. And then we could probably hobgoblins could probably leave a small group of goblinoids with like crossbows and bows and stuff like that because I think we have enough time to make weapons for them. And with kobolds, they can see in darkness. I think orcs also have dark vision, but kobolds have like pack tactics and stuff like that. So partying them up with each other where they just mob something is very important.
I could also create. So I would assume these things are coming down a slope, right, to get to to get into the tunnel in the first place.
Mhm.
One of the new spells I just picked up creates is called Glacius.
It's called what?
It's called Glacius.
Mhm.
Which is the ground freezes in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Any creature that starts its turn or moves into the area for the first time must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d8 damage, 2d8 cold damage, and gain 1 level of exhaustion. So, on a slope, logically speaking, if the ground is freezing, Ian will have to also add to the argument that these guys are going to slide down this shit. And that sets up for spears.
Well, if they're sliding down it, they still have to take damage.
Yeah. The other thing is that they are going to be, if they're sliding down it, they also have that we can set spears at the bottom.
True. Oh wait, or we could
Okay, let's combine everything.
Yeah. Hey, if we all put, I could also flood the tunnels. I've got control water.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if we want to flood the tunnels because we want what's behind the dirge gate, so we don't want to destroy it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good point.
So what I was thinking is, since we want to get to the dirge gate and we want to defend that, and they want to get to the dirge gate and come get the necklace, we make that our like last point. We stay there. We rig all the tunnels with traps, and kobolds do all their like sneaky stuff. But eventually, they'll probably still make it to us. We have that be on the incline for Belfan to put his thing, and then they slide down. We're all down there waiting, and we nuke them.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, we need to... What could be something just in case? Like, if they end up not going for that, do we want to just have, like, a firing squad set up on them? And then, Spiritos, maybe you could come up, fear them with your channel divinity or whatever it is that you do?
The problem will probably happen would be that we could set up most of the kobolds as the firing squad because they can much just get advantage whenever they attack anything that's within like 5 feet of the thing. So pretty much, but point being is that we have like 40 of them. So the orcs will have to
one of the things we need to do is also decide who's our best shot, because I have another artificer with me that we can use to make a repeating shot. So
give us like 3 more minutes.
Okay, I'll be back at 7:25.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, but like 40 kobolds, even if we just like cut that in half, 20 kobolds is like 20 different attacks, and if we give them like proper crossbows, that's like, you know, a good chunk of damage for each one.
Yeah, and we could also we could like buff the kobolds with kind of I know I've got some shit as a cleric that I could let me think. What would be a good I could always just like aid him or bless him, something simple.
We'd have to go into the city, because I need the scrap from that scrapyard to make enough crossbows.
Yeah.
The other thing is, this is happening within 3 days.
It will only probably take us about a day and a half to get there and back.
No, I mean, we have enough gold that we can just go to the local goblin village and probably not only buy some weapons, but also get some more followers, essentially.
Don't forget, we also have the war machine as an option, too.
Yeah.
We can literally set this thing up as a meat grinder.
What we could do is we could have
hold on. They're coming soon.
Oh yeah.
Getting stuff from Ian. I hear the sound of a hawk, and the gatekeepers are druids, so that's something we need to know.
Oh, okay.
So
and
like
it's very
today-
suspicious for there to be a hawk where we are currently, which means they're close.
Fuck.
Oh, great.
Alright, so
okay.
we have about like a day of thing. Here's what we should do: have somebody wait in the war machine, and then have it where once orcs get in, someone will drive the war machine to block off the entrance, so that way they have nowhere else to run. Essentially,
How about I go with the kobolds because the worm touched me and I can, like, help him dig and some shit. God, you know what? We could collapse a bunch of tunnels, have it so that they can only go down one tunnel, and then dig out a pit underneath them and then collapse it and have them all fall to their deaths.
I like the idea
Yeah.
of limiting their mobility options by
just
funneling
one
them in
in,
is nice.
one out.
We also
Okay, I think the making sure one in, one out is really good. I don't know if we have enough time to dig a huge pit.
yeah, we don't have enough time, but you have to think about just like in terms of like
Look.
weaponry and stuff like that.
There's a giant cavernous room in those tunnels, remember? We can just dig above that like we were earlier.
It's true.
That's true. I do like that.
But the thing is that's getting them closer to the Dirge Gate.
That's good.
I think what we need to do is find the Dirge Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to know
Well,
where
that's
they're
the
going
biggest
for
thing,
to
we
attack.
don't know where the
them.
gate is. If we knew where that is, we could.
So we can send like 5 kobolds to go looking for that. Once they find it, we know where to start setting up our stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, if this is going to have to...
wait.
Hey, I'm
Ian's-
here. I'm
Ian's here.
here.
Shit.
Woohoo! Hello.
All right, are you done conspiring, or do you still need more time?
I think we just need to say to each other what it is we're doing.
I think we like know for the most part what we're doing.
We've got
No,
the
I mean
we
like
got the
flat out say it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Lay out
Like
the
what?
plan.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
20
did-
seconds. Ian.
Yeah.
All right, I will be back at 7:27.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So what
So-
are we doing?
So we're giving.
You're breaking
Uh-oh.
up.
Can't hear you.
God.
Did he just
Yeah,
fall
he-
out right in that moment?
Probably.
Awesome.
God. Damn it.
So I guess we're trying to just like funnel them. We want to funnel them into a small
and
location.
Exactly, and they're trying to find the Dirge Gate, which I would assume is a room with a gate in front of it. So we try and find that, funnel them that way.
Underground assault, but they may also, if they're druids, they could like possibly try to come in their animal forms and like sneak around us, or maybe even fly in. I don't know how high level they are, but
That's why we go underground.
yeah, good call.
Tangle.
That's why we go to the Dirge Gate. We wait there, funnel them towards the Dirge Gate where they want to come anyway, and we nuke them with all the extra plans and
Great.
stuff in the tunnels.
So funnel towards the Dirge Gate is the
Pretty much.
closest. All right, great.
XYZ affair.
Hello.
We're done.
Okay, so what the fuck? Hell yeah. Okay, so from now on, because, spoiler alert, as this game goes on, there's going to be more sieges and more battles. Whenever you're planning,
Yes.
I'm going to fuck off so that I'm in the blind.
Wait,
Cool.
Ian, are we gonna be using that weird UA battle system for this?
We're not going to be doing that today.
Okay.
Which should scare you. Anyway, so...
Not really.
I think Asger got some information that he may or may not want to reveal, or did he already?
I think you already
They
did.
already know.
Okay, good. All right.
Oh Lord, they coming.
All right. Are we all here? Okay.
He.
It is probably now around 10 a.m. What would you all like to do?
Jeridas is going to, huh? Yeah,
Start digging.
Jeridas is going to grab the main kobold, and he's gonna say, "I need 10. I need 10 of you all to go. I need 10 of you all to go and look for a gate. Type of gate. Once you find one of the gates, one of you come back. The rest of you keep on looking for other gates like it. I need the rest of you to start digging, and I need
Tell him. The gate is blue. The gate is blue.
The gate is blue.
All right.
I believe it only becomes blue when you open it. It's like a
Just find me a gate. I know that said originally. Find me a gate. If you want to find me a gate, come back and grab me. The rest of you keep looking. Now, I need the 5 of you all to go ahead and start working on traps. Then I need the rest of you all to start digging wherever Asgard and Silas tells you. Understood? Ian.
Yes, Dad.
Yes. I it.
He goes. He goes to the hobgoblins and goblins. He tells the bugbears, "You all go scout ahead. The second that you see a single orc, I don't care what it is, scouting or otherwise, you come back and report me and tell me how far they are."
It won't be an orc.
Why want to be an orc?
They're druids.
Ugh.
The hawk was probably one of them.
If you see any strange animals, come and report them.
Any animals that shouldn't be here right now.
Yes.
Yes, boss.
He looks at the hobgoblins. I need you and the rest of the goblins to find to collect all the weapons that we have and bring it together. That means bows, crossbows, anything of those lines. Understood?
All right, here, one quick thing. I am going to roll up quick weapons inventory. If God is good, God is not good. Why do I always lose this?
God, tell me something I don't know.
Without saliva, your stomach would digest itself. You're welcome.
Find the one.
Why are you like this? Why?
Hey, it's something you didn't know. I stole that from the Penguins cartoon on Nickelodeon.
Penguins cartoon.
Yeah, Penguins of Madagascar.
Oh, those penguins.
Yeah.
Those crazy little fuckers.
Those bastards.
The movie that they released for that was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, it was cute.
I was watching, like, oh, this is kind of cool. I love how the octopus kept on just like saying like celebrity names, like Alicia, grab the keys or some shit like that.
That's fun. That's a fun gag. Sounds like you probably get a lot of mileage out of that gag.
Oh, this is a
Yes, Quinn.
You found.
You don't watch no kid movies. You watch movies where kids are made.
Hey, does anybody remember this movie? There's a movie came out in like the early 90s. It was like a kids movie where these kids played around with this sea lion that was their best friend, and it was called Slappy and the Stinkers.
Excuse me? That's not real.
Slappy and the Stinkers. Yeah, it's real.
Totally
it's
not real.
Dude, literally, it's...
oh my god, it's real!
All of you. It's so real. No, like, I'm telling you, it was like my favorite childhood movie, and literally no one has ever heard of it ever.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're watching this. We're immediately watching. Oh my god, it's... Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. We're gonna watch it.
Link
Okay.
it in the Discord. Link a thing in the Discord.
We should have a
will,
watch
sorry.
party. Slappy and the Stinkers.
Look,
We will.
I'll send my night
let's,
animal and child movie. Monkey Trouble.
Okay. We will have childhood movie night. Okay.
Aw, good.
Let's get back into form.
Yes.
Look at the chat. That's the stuff they found. 15 long swords, 32 daggers, 10 crossbows, 500 bolts, and 8 rapiers.
Wait, how much? Repeat that again.
15 long
in the-
swords,
it's in the
32
chat.
daggers, 10 crossbows, 500 bolts, 8 rapiers. Right.
Using the battle tank, how close is the nearest town? It's Graywell. No, it's Kornberg, right?
Yeah, it's easily 2 days away.
Even with the tank?
Yeah. Actually, probably about a day.
Still not advisable. That's a
Yeah.
moving
Yeah.
target that they are going to annihilate.
Mm.
In here, actually, let me show you. Okay, so right now you're in camp mode. I will put you over to the map. Can you see the map?
Yeah.
No, it is blurry as all hell.
Oh, zoom in and give it a minute to load. It's really stupid. See, if you zoom in and just give it a second, it'll load. This map is better at determining distance. Shit. Powler Draw is there, and as you can see, and I've sat here and agonized over this distance, about 10 miles away is a lightning rail.
And how fast does a hell machine go again?
I think we did, what was the math we did on this fucking?
I think it was like, I think it went like 80 miles per hour at maximum.
No, that sounds fast. I think, okay, a tank, the fastest tank on Earth can do 80, but that's like a short burst. But since it's powered by, I will say reasonably 50 miles an hour. So you can get there in, I don't know, 10 minutes using the tank, the lightning rail. But I doubt there's like a station there. So you'd probably then have to take that weird road that goes through the mountains south to Kronenberg.
True.
I say reasonably, okay, so it's about, let's see, 50 miles an hour. It's about 100 miles away. Okay, in the tank, it's like 2.5 hours.
Hmm.
Do you want to go buy stuff? Is that it?
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy some more extra crossbows for the kobolds. At least like 10 more.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna grab a quick snack and I'll be right back.
Oh, actually, we're at the halfway point. Does everyone want to take a 10?
Yes, take a 10.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will be back at 7:45.
Take a 10.
Hey, Andre, you there?
boop.
Welcome back.
Boop, boop, ba, doop. Do you know what I've been eating a bunch of lately?
What?
Those little, like, what do you call them? The little Baby Bell, like little miniature, like wheels of cheese.
Oh, these are so good.
Yeah, dude, I've been fucking crushing these.
I love it.
Ah. Man, oh man. Wait, our resident artificer, are they an artillerist? Artillerist?
Yes.
That's so sick. Dude, it's so cool. My brother-in-law is a Dragonborn artificer in our Fandelver campaign. And yeah, he's gonna go artillerist, and that shit is so cool. It's so good. Like those little
Pretty cool. It's a pretty neat little class.
those little abilities are good, and like the one that gives you like temporary hit points is so nice.
I know. There's a lot to work with Art.
And it's cool, and it's perfect for James, my brother-in-law, because like he was kind of left, kind of wondering. Oh, I have a question for you. How would you? So, I've got James has this like we came up with this idea. He's got like a two-handed wrench that also has a bunch of like little wheels and cranks and gears and shit on it that does different things. And I kind of want it also to function as like a firearm. How would you balance such a thing? They're like level 2s.
Just treat it as like he has to do an action to convert it from a two-handed weapon to a crossbow, and then it's just a standard crossbow, and then to make it into a two-handed weapon again, he has to do it.
And you think a action, not a bonus action?
Yeah, I imagine you have to like slide it up and then pull some shit out or something. Yeah, like a single action.
Oh, an action. Okay.
If he takes some archery perks, then you can make it.
I see. Yeah. What about so I had this idea of like a little gun, but mechanically all it's doing is like casting a cantrip, like a little fire blast gun or something.
The level 6 perk for an artillerist is called Arcane Firearm.
Is that what that does?
It lets you channel your spells through a gun. So yeah, similar.
Okay.
It's a little bit more powerful though. Look at that if you want some inspiration. But you could just give him a spellcasting focus that just does cantrips.
Well, that's up. His spellcasting focus is like his wrench.
Yeah, it could cast cantrips.
Okay,
That'd
sick.
Fine.
Although right now the only cantrips he got were like prestidigitation and what else? Mending, which no damage cantrips, but also those are like some very artificery cantrips, so can't blame the guy.
Yeah, those are pretty solid.
Would you say that like spellcasters should all have like as a rule, should you always have like a damaging cantrip? Is that like something that you would just kind of be remiss to not have, or not really?
No, not really, because they're balanced in that way. Like warlocks only get like 2 fucking spell slots.
So warlocks really need to like lean in on their Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah, Eldritch Blast is like that's their bread and butter, and then the invocations make it so that you can do
add your modifier or like. Or the thing where it like pushes an enemy back is actually probably super strong, especially if someone's like near a cliff or something.
Oh yeah, that's what you do is you double down on the invocations and you turn Eldritch Blast into Eldritch Fuck You. Everyone's a corpse.
Oh, so I was reading about this idea of like of just using like a grapple barbarian build.
Oh, I think I have a barbarian of the Brawler.
And it was like, well, it wasn't like a subclass. It was just like just a mechanical strategy. You just like walk up to an enemy, like grapple onto him, and then like wrestle him to the ground. Which, if you interpret that as just a straight strength check, you could just like knock anybody prone. And if if you have advantage on your strength checks due to like your rage, then you can literally just like make different enemies' speed just 0 while your rogue just stabs them.
Oh fuck, that'd be so funny. I would hate it, but it'd be funny.
But
Actually,
the actual thing said it was
you
like
can
a
make
half.
it even worse.
Oh, how do you make it worse?
Let's listen to the ancient one.
How do you make it worse?
So what you do is you go symbiotic simic hybrid. There we go. And your first ones you take are the crab or are the spider legs, so that you can walk up walls.
Wait, what kind of hybrid
so
is
you
this?
grapple
What is
someone.
It's
Simic
like a
hybrid.
rabbit.
It's a race.
What the fuck?
So you take Simic Hybrid, you take spider legs, you walk up a wall with someone grappled, and then you drop them.
Oh my god,
And
5
And then
damage.
later, the second one, you take the crab pinchers, so you grapple someone with the crab pinchers and then beat the living crap out of them in your face while you're walking them up, and then you drop them.
Amazing. Alright, I'm gonna need you to tell me more about this race.
Simic
is everyone
Hybrids,
back?
they're interesting.
Sounds
I'm
like
back.
some real Mandragora stats
Uh,
over here.
Belfin.
Somebody send me in the
Gyarados, are you
in the Discord. Somebody send me like a link to that race. That sounds interesting.
They're actually in the Guildmaster's Guide.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck are these goddamn tanks? I can't wait till one of you tries to make a deal with the devil.
I think we're already there.
I mean, we kind of
Yeah, isn't that like the whole point of this whole thing? Is that we
Isn't
did do that?
literally what we did?
first day of class.
You make deals with gods. You didn't make deals with devils.
I mean, they are
Hey,
really nice gods.
It's true.
No, we are
One of
gods
us
now.
made a deal with hell, okay?
That's a god.
I just have this federal obligation with Bale. I don't know. He's all right, but he's also kind of a big asshole.
All right, so we all back?
Well,
Okay.
is Gyarados?
Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, let's get into it. Gyarados, do you want to go down to Kornberg to go buy some stuff?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, who wants to go down to the city? This will actually be your first time going to an actual no shit city.
Oh, I thought everybody else was just gonna stay here and do what the jobs they were supposed to do.
Yeah, Belfin doesn't have any heavy obligations. His artificer is the one with the work right now.
Yeah, we got grunts for that. The bugbears are doing the heavy lifting.
Well, yeah, you also need to direct them. Though.
Oh,
Just
right,
goes,
yeah.
this is like, listen, Milo, I need you to stay here and help Silas in case they come across anything that needs to be written, and you can obviously translate it with your comprehend languages.
Absolutely.
Asker, make sure that you are staying here to make sure that the kobolds are digging where they're supposed to be. Silas, I need you to help make sure that the everything is running smoothly with them. Also, sing for them, make sure they get little sea shantings and all that other jazz. Belafan, you and the other artificer, which I forgot his name. What was it again?
I
Kevin.
can't fucking remember.
We're gonna call him
I'll call him
Arkin.
Tasty Steve.
From now on, you all just name NPCs. I don't fucking care.
Okay, so do Belafin, you direct Arkin in making sure that everything's up to date. And you
Why
need
does
to
he say
take
Bella?
notes of all. What?
Go on, I'll ask that later.
I need you to make sure that you have all the weapons in sights, and to make sure the traps are set up, and to make sure that the maintenance on the kill machine is going perfectly fine. I will go grab the weaponry, and I will be back as soon as possible.
Okay.
Woof.
And yeah, so I guess I'll just go to Cronenberg and go and just buy a bunch of crossbows, essentially.
Cronenberg.
I do take the 15 long swords and the 32 daggers.
Okay. So do you want to just do that quick and then come back? It'll take about 4 hours.
Yeah. I'm going to try to talk to the merchant, one of the merchant there. I'm gonna try to find the most important merchant there. essentially.
Okay. Just give me a navigation check. Wait, you know how to drive the tank, right?
Yeah, I speak Infernal and all that jazz.
No, you have to physically know. You have to. You
Yeah,
have to
I have
skill.
Yeah, I have land.
Highly.
I have land driving skills. Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, yeah, you could drive the tank then. Okay, just give it to me with advantage, and we can get that out of the way quick. Everyone else is doing something. Can you give me a relevant role for whatever you're trying to do with advantage? Like, build a thing, dig a hole, check this,
If
do
it's
that.
tools stuff and like moving around, I'm pretty sure I've just got a +10 to just about everything I'm doing.
Oh
I'm-
wow.
I'm just like directing kobolds, like collapse this tunnel, make sure that they can only get in through one way. What insight maybe? I'm using my worm powers to.
I
do
guess
this.
it would be how are you telling them to do this? Because it'd either be like a persuasion, performance, or intimidation, or deception, or like that.
Well,
Type of thing.
We're all workers. We're all buddies here.
What I'd be doing is
Do you come up with the song?
So
I don't.
actually like what I'd be doing is like along with Gyrodas's relevant orders, Belfan would also be taking the time to like make sure everything is set up properly.
Okay. Everyone does great except Gyrodas, who has the tank stall, which is shocking.
Well,
Gyrodas, you're gonna have to get Belfin over here to get the tank to restart. And then you can be on your merry way. So, Belfin, are you gonna go assist Gyrodas in fixing the motor vehicle?
Jesus, how far is he away?
Oh no, he couldn't even get it started with like his navigation check because he rolled a 9 on both of them.
All right, I'll go look. Are you sure you don't need my help for this?
No, it's just. I think I mistranslated something in the Infernal.
All right, let's give it a shot. What's the relevant check, Ian?
How would Belfin approach the situation to determine what's wrong with it?
It would be Arcana first. Like he would try to decipher if there was a mispronunciation.
I do Arcana.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so
It's fine. You did.
uh,
Do you want to do a flash of genius?
it probably would be worth it to get things done.
Yep, do the flash of genius.
Add +4, so it's 13 now.
Okay, as you're looking around trying to figure out why it's not working, you realize that he left the parking brake on, and it just caused the engine to kind of struggle a little bit as it tried to move with the parking brake on. So you just turn that off, and everything's above board.
He points to it. This is the reason why you weren't moving.
Oh no.
It's the parking
okay.
brake.
Okay, give me another navigation check with advantage, and you can be on your way. Belfin, you can get back to your activities while smugly realizing that your friend is very bad at driving a car. There, perfect. You jettison, and you're on your way. Give me two percentile rolls.
70 and 4.
74?
70 and a 4.
70. Huh. As you are driving down the road, you are approaching the forests that seem to come across the plains. Ahead of you, you see that the road is blocked, and there is an ent trapped between two boulders.
A what?
Do you do? An ent.
An ent?
Tree.
A big living tree.
Oh, a tree ant.
Big Tree Boy.
It's an ant, like in Lord of
Ent.
the Rings.
Yeah,
Ant.
they're just called ent.
ENT.
Apparently, Jahi can't take the ant.
I was
Not bad. Negative inspiration, Belfin. All right. Gyrodas, what do you want to do?
He kind of looks at the tree ant, kind of walks over. Are you stuck?
Yes. Please help me out of here. I need to return to my village.
Village, it's a forest.
Where's your village?
Just go stand by a tree.
It's a little in the woods here to the west.
He does an athletics check to kind of lift it up. Do I roll it with advantage since the thing might be helping me lift it up?
Yeah, go ahead. Ooh, perfect.
Nice.
You lift the boulder off of the tree end and it says, "Thank you. My name is," and feel free to name the tree end.
Trent.
Trent. Oh,
No.
really?
God.
No,
I actually
Gyarados.
like that.
Trent the tree ant.
Gyarados, you can name the tree ant.
Woody.
Let's call it.
Oakley.
Oh.
Pine Howl.
What?
Pine Howl.
Pine owl? I like that.
Pine Owl?
No.
Pine Howl. Like
Pine
Owl?
Howl.
like pine, like pine tree, and howl. Pine Howl.
Like a wolf's howl.
He gives you
The
he
fact
gives you
that
a
you're
little-
having to explain this so hard.
I like Pine Howl. I
That
think
is the name of a tree from Lord of the Rings, by the way.
Yeah, get wrecked with
plagiarist.
Wait, oh, I was.
Okay,
It's
anyway.
still garbage name.
Anyway.
Trent,
Anyway.
yes, Trent, the black. No.
Okay. Pine Howl gives a brief bow and says, "Thank you, I am Pine Howl. If you go west from this point, you will find my village. If you ever need assistance, please come by. I owe you a favor." And he
Okay.
walks into the woods.
Love him.
As he walks away from the woods, Jairus is like, totally going to conquer his village. And he gets back into the tank.
You get back into the tank and you arrive. Okay, how are you going to approach Kornberg? Because you are in an enormous tank forged of
I'm obviously going to,
steel.
I'm going to park it, like, maybe, like, still where it's in the forest and, like, a good chunk away from the capital. I am going to cover it with a bunch of, like, essentially just covering it with, like, leaves and stuff like that. And then I'm going to use the paladin spell, find a steed, to ride my horse along the way there.
Okay, you stop about maybe when you're 20 to 30 miles away from the city because you figured that the traffic will get a little too thick near the city. You hide it. Because I'm not going to have you roll. It's like an effortless task. And you ride your horse the rest of the way, and you arrive at Kornberg. You can see it's enormous, beautiful, gnomish walls with delicate woodwork and stone crafting. You can see lights being extinguished, streets being swept, the sounds of wares being hawked. And you can see at the center of Kornberg is a breathtaking building lined with lapis lazuli tiles and marble inlay. And you know that that is the University of Kornberg, which has absolute power over Kornberg. It's very odd to have a university be the central political power, but that's how it is in Kornberg. Do you want to ask somebody where you can go to the best room?
Yes. I kind of stop one of the nearby civilians and just go, can you point me in the direction of the best merchant around these parts?
Yes. It would be 1 block up this way and then 7 blocks to the west.
This is the only NPC I care about now.
Oh my god, that voice!
Why?
Why, yes. So anyway, he gives you directions to Crazy Glorbot's House of Deals.
The white kind. Well, like I'm looking for like more of like a merchant that kind of moves kind of around towards his wares and stuff like that. You know,
What are you looking for?
like a merchant that kind of like moves towards his wares and stuff like that. Like a merchant with like enough power, like that runs like a merchant guild essentially.
That would be Crazy Glorbot. He's the biggest mercantile house in the entire city.
Okay. Gyarados kind of walks in there and he like looks around for whoever seems to be in charge.
You see a variety of gnomes kind of doing inventory, checking stocks. There's potions, there's swords, there's leather, alchemical ingredients. You can even see a small sign that says stables out back, special deal on horses, 20% off when you buy 4. You start scanning, and at the end of a hallway, you can see a large door that's shut, and above it is a gold plaque in common that says Glorbat's office.
Jordan kind of like walks up to it, knocking on it slowly.
You hear, yes?
May I enter?
Of course.
Oh god. Jados kind of walks in, like holding the bag of just like long swords, daggers, and the rapiers. I would like to trade some weaponry with you and also offer you a business proposal.
Okay, let me see what you have.
Fuck
he
me.
kinda
Oh my
just-
god.
He just drops the weapons and stuff on the table. 32 daggers, 8 rapiers, and 15 long swords. As a military man, I can assure you I know the price for all of them, with the long swords being usually worth around 15 gold pieces, the daggers worth around 2, and the rapiers also worth around 15 too.
Whoa, we happen to have a house Kenneth Forge in town. They could produce these for about half the price you just listed. So why should I buy them?
Because these right here are ancient goblin long swords, rapiers, and daggers.
You don't say.
They were produced... Huh?
Go ahead.
They were produced from Ponaldral, the old goblin fortress. It's where I found this, and he kind of pulls out the scepter to kind of just prove his authenticity.
Oh my! How much would you like for that?
Nothing. It's mine, will forever be mine, and if you ever try to offer me a price for this, I assure you I will crush you. But
How
don't look
about
too bad.
500,000 gold?
No.
Oh wow. I can see you're shrewd. You know what you have. All
Don't
right,
be-
let me see here. All right, I can accept your prices for these swords. He takes out a monocle and starts examining them. Oh, they are Takani. All right then, I'll give you the price you asked.
No.
Whatever the hell the price is, just take the money.
Then he goes, the House Kenneth members, they produce crossbows at half the price?
Yes.
Okay, good. Next up, I will also need to propose you a deal. Now, I assume that you have trade routes and such, correct?
Of course, we actually use the lightning rail that goes right past Palo Draw.
Now, I would like there to be a stop from Powell Jal. Working with you in order to make a proper merchant route there. After about a week, we're currently going through some infrastructure problems currently.
Remodeling.
Well, if you want to stop, you have to go find House Orient. They're the ones that build the lightning rails.
Oh, I don't mean the stop for the lightning rails. I just mean as if a merchant stop, a defined area which you can tell merchants to come here. See, we have uncovered many of the ancient goblin settlements, and I believe that they hold, he kind of like looks around and pretends to like be kind of scared to tell this, but some ancient artifacts, ones that may be of the utmost importance and powers.
Interesting.
I would like there to be merchants, as I would like to feed my people. I would also like to make sure that we can trade, be on good terms with merchants of all around.
He turns around and pulls out a scroll and unfurls it, and you can see it's a map of Quarterback. And he goes, that'll be a bit difficult to do. There are no roads that go towards Palo Draw, only that lightning rail.
Indeed. That's why I'm asking you. You are the base merchant in Zalargo, from what I've heard.
Oh, well, I can't just pull 100 miles of road out of my ass now, can I?
I don't. Maybe not.
I don't know, but
You would be better served running this deal past House Orient, and then we can talk. You could tell them that Glorbat would be interested, though. That might make them cut you a deal.
Jared, I was like, I am not, how do you say, big fans of the Dragon Marked households. But I
He
would.
fucking does. He does. Oh, I should have typed that. Sorry.
But if you could go ahead and approach this deal with them, I'd make sure to sell you our whales at the half price. And you will get the first pick of any interesting items that we come across. And he kind of shows off Fearmonger, like kind of try to sell it off like he found it in Dargoon. For example, like these.
It's like, ooh, I do love parlor tricks. Color me interested. All right.
Approach them with the deal. I'll be back here within a week's time, and we can discuss moving that soon.
You have yourself a deal. He extends out his small gnomish hand.
Jada's kind of shakes it, and he kind of pulls him close. Oh, and by the way, if you attempt to fuck me in this deal that we are both mutually accepting, I promise you, you'll end up like what was his name? No,
Dead Fred.
don't worry about him. Just you don't want to end up like him.
Huh. Big talk from a man who I could crush with my wallet.
Big talk coming from a man where my kneecaps can bend your throat in.
You should be careful.
Well done.
I know more things than just money and deals and handshakes. I'll see you in a week.
I'm also really into pottery.
In fact, I am. He gestures to the wall, and there's a series of pots.
Jirados kind of walks over to the house Caneth. He buys about 25 crossbows with the money.
You drop Glorbatz's name, and they give you a 25% discount as to whatever the hell the standard price is in the DMG. We will go over this later.
25 gold. I already looked it up.
All right, go ahead and make it 20 gold apiece.
Okay.
And you got the standard market rate for swords and everything else that you brought in. And is there anything else that you would like?
He just picks up a bit of rations using the leftover money, which is about 50 gold, and he just puts it onto the horse and starts to ride back to the. And
Wait, how many rations do you get? Because actually, you're right at the point where the rations that you found in the camp are about to run out for.
That
You
yeah,
have
that's
one more day.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, getting rations for everyone that big, you would probably have to rent
No,
a carriage.
I'm putting them on the horse.
You have like 20 people.
No, so rations consist of dry food suitable for extended travel, including jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts. That costs about 5 silver pieces, and they weigh about 2 pounds.
So for a day, you would need 40 pounds. So it'd be 40 pounds per day for everyone. So how many you can get on the horse, you can do that. Or you could arrange a special delivery, and they can drop off more if you would like.
I'm just gonna take enough for this one day, and then I'm just gonna have you bring on the next day, essentially.
Okay. How much would you like to get?
Just enough for one more day, essentially, and then which only costs five silver piece for one day, essentially, and then he's just gonna put the rest of the money, which would be like 1 gold piece is about. Let's see, about 95. It's about 19 days worth of rations to be delivered. Crawl, essentially.
All right. They're going to charge you a 50 gold delivery fee,
All right.
but it's going to get there in a day and a half. So tomorrow afternoon, you will receive 19 days worth of ration.
I tell them to set it up where I receive it about 2 days from now.
Okay.
Because I don't want them to come when it works come.
It arrives and the orcs are like, guess we should give up. We're out of food. Oh, hey, cool.
And then I just go back on the hell tank.
All right. Roll me another encounter die.
Okay. Let's see. 100.
Oh shit! I actually don't know what that one is.
Hot damn.
Let's
Well
see.
done.
It's all about the flick of the wrist.
Maximum
Look at that flick of the
encounter.
wrist.
Constant failing at League of Legends has taught my finger to click at such a way that I still fail. Fucking hate that game, but yeah, I can't stop playing it.
I
Oh, yeah?
only like Jinx.
I only like Heimerdinger.
That's a great
As
name.
you are
Google that.
as you are driving down the road, ahead of you, you see an ogre wearing, and you are shocked, what seems to be full plate. And he has a beautiful, ornate broadsword in front of him. He has his eyes closed, and you can see that he opens one eye, looks at you, closes his eyes again, and continues to do what you can only presume as meditation on the side of the road.
Excuse me.
You'd have to stop the car, stop the tank, open the top.
Roll the window down.
Yeah,
Excuse
okay,
me.
but you could do that.
You.
He's actually not in your way. He's on the side of the road.
That's Jerry's like, hey, you.
Yes,
Are you a mercenary or a warrior?
I am a man dedicated to causes. What are you, infernal worshiper?
I wouldn't say infernal worshipper. I would say a god amongst men who wants you to take the unearned heirlooms of kings. But
So humble.
yeah, I guess you could say I'm a man with the simple goal of creating a life equal for all around him.
He stands up, and he's a full ogre, so he's huge as shit. And he goes, "Tell me more."
Well, my name is Jerry Doss. I was once a soldier in the Brayland, and a long time ago, I began to realize that there always will sit a percent of people that will, no matter what, never respect the lower half that work for them. They will never respect the mages that cast the spells to heal the sick. They will never respect the warriors that put down their lives onto their blades to make sure that they can eat their caviar in peace. They will never understand the working class that works their fingers to the bone every day just to give them the pieces of food that they so hungrily grill down and waste. I wish
Okay.
Bless
I-
you.
I wish for a world. No, I wish for a world where all those people share the same role in society and they reap the same benefit, not just one reaping the benefits of others.
Strong words from a small man. Okay, pick a range of 10 on a percent.
3. Wait, pick a range of how many?
10, a range of 10.
Like 33 to 43.
3 to 13. Could I by chance make this better by like giving him a persuasion roll?
Yeah, you can roll again. Roll persuasion.
Let's see. Do I get an inspo for that speech?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Go ahead. And you can use. Oh hell, look at that. All right,
Oh,
you can do
21.
it again. You can do it one more time if you want to burn the inspo you just got.
Burn the inspo.
Okay, God does not want you to recruit this ogre.
Why is it a range though? Why wouldn't it just be a persuasion roll?
Because his goals don't exactly line up with yours. So
Well,
it's like,
could I have like a
pretty
dialogue with them though? Like,
if you could talk to him again.
yeah, I mean, like, why, like, could you tell me why, like, the thoughts on to the response to the speech at least, right?
Says strong words from a small man. Tell me, what role could you have for the likes of I?
Well, I see that you are a man that's, well, what is your goals? Do what exactly?
I seek to make my mark upon the world in whatever manner is fitting.
Well, he pulls out the scepter. Do you know what this is?
Do ogres know goblin? Or do they just know?
Probably. Ogres usually work with hobgoblins more times than not.
Oh, they only know giant. I will roll a percentile, and if it is below a 20, okay, yeah, God does not want you to.
God damn
Alright,
it.
he doesn't-
Too bad.
He He doesn't know what the object is, but you can.
Let's he goes, well, this, my friend, is the scepter of the Goblin King. And I guess a persuasion will kind of convince him that I'm telling the truth.
He would have to do an insight check.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
He believes you. He's like, I have heard legends of such a weapon, but why is it in the hands of someone as febrile as you?
Febrile, my dear friend. I am anything but febrile. See, the six have given me powers, and along with the others of my type, ones that wish to change a mark upon the world, one that are outsiders similar to yourself. What I wish to do is to make my own mark onto history, just like you. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you want to be known as a simple ogre that just fought whoever he pleased, or do you want to be known as one of the strongest warriors of an empire?
I like your words. Roll persuasion again with advantage.
Come on. Nat 20.
The fuck?
Doubles.
Good.
He likes it. Give me a range of 20.
10 to 30.
Why?
Well, okay, why is it a bonus range? Why can't the persuasion rolls?
Because it's supposed to recruit. I have a recruitment system. Because if you could just persuade everyone you came across, then you would move, and then you'd be
Then
like, "Hey, I have 30,000."
Then all we would need is like a face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Okay, I have an
Bard
idea.
squad, bard squad, bard squad.
The ogre says, "I like your words, but I will only serve one who is as strong in body as he is strong in spirit."
I guess I'll just pop my channel divinity fear thing against him. Come on.
I like this.
Wisdom roll. Come on. Fucking
Yeah,
fail.
Let me see here. Oh, okay. Ogres are not wise.
Fail. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he's not quite afraid, but you see him tip. He takes off his helmet, tips his helmet to you, and says, "I will follow you and see the merits of your plan. My name is Gorgoroth."
I am Jadas, the Heartless. A pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure. Now, my guy. Reasonably, he can actually fit in your vehicle. So do you want him to ride along the back, Saints Row 3 style?
Just fucking.
Yes. This is my
bunching forward
O-log.
to the top.
Yep, you now have your own O-log. Congrats on rolling that 100. Alright, I'm gonna just mark this down really quick. Do you want? You can give him a title if you'd like.
I need to see what he actually does first, though.
Let's see him in action against these orcs before we start giving him titles.
You just see him chop this fucking orc druid straight in half.
That's
He's
that
like-
shit. That's that shit I want to see.
He gets on the back of the tank and it sinks, and he goes, "Ride forward, Gyarados." What was it again?
The Heartless.
The Heartless. We ride. He digs his sword in the ground and lifts it in the air, and the brief shine illuminates you as he sticks it back in its scabbard. And go ahead and give me a navigation check with advantage to just restart the car. And stupid happens.
Oh my
You're fine.
God.
You're fine. With the navigation checks to start the car, it's only if you critically fail.
Okay.
So you're fine. You get in there, it kind of struggles for a bit, and you're like, what? You notice the parking brake's on again. Thankfully, your new friend can't see this, so you just turn it off, and then you keep going, and you arrive back at base. And as you arrive back at base, what are our comrades doing? And Gyarados, after I go through everyone, you can feel free to introduce yourself. Dolphin, what are you doing?
Oh, it's been a while since I've actually done something. Well, I would presume that my tasks aren't all are almost finished or getting to the cusp of being completed within reason.
Yeah. Yeah, within reason, yeah.
So
It's been about
I'd probably
maybe 5 hours.
just be wrapping up when Gyarados gets back.
Okay. Anything else?
I'd probably just be taking stock of the camp. So just doing like either doing inventory or just moving, just walking around, taking a breath.
Okay. Okay, good. Nice, Silas, what are you up to?
I'm fucking straight up Lion King 1.5 dig a tunneling everywhere.
Oh, wait. Oh, what a woo. Okay, you're doing that. Okay, Milo, what are you up to?
I'm sitting around and I'm just kind of like looking. I'm looking at the box. I'm looking at the box with the heart in it, and I'm kind of tapping on top of it. I'm like running my fingers over it.
Give me an investigation check.
All right, great. Investigation. Wow, I'm not even good at that.
It's fine, because you're kind of just doing a tactile. You poke around at the box, and you discover a kind of old devil trick to obscure secret compartments, and you trip it, and out slides a dragon shard and a bunch of notes in Infernal.
Oh shit.
You can just straight up read Infernal, so I am now going to post it to you.
Oh baby, gimme.
I'm going to post it to you in Discord.
Give me the
This is
notes.
what
Give me
they
the
say.
notes.
And while you read that, I am going to go to Asger. Asger, what would you like to do? That's exactly what happens. Go on. Asger.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically just digging. He's a giant, strong man, so he's just digging away, helping find the gate so that we can start building, all of the preparations for the works.
Asker's looking like he's worked the railroad.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's just, sweaty, beefy, just tearing shit up.
You're humming.
I do want him to come to the top, though, as Gyarados is getting back, just because.
Actually, anyone who is digging, you hear the rumble of the infernal war machine outside, and then you hear the stud noise, and you can detect something enormous is moving into the camp.
Wow,
So
did
imagine you all-
Gyarados' ass get fatter?
So dummy thick, I keep alerting the guards. So you go up, and you see Gyarados with an ogre in beautiful plate armor standing side by side, and take it away, Gyarados.
I'd like you all to meet your new companion.
Hello, my name is Gorgoroth. He takes out a sword, jams it into the ground.
Ah, you brought us a heavy lifter. That'll do a lot of.
I brought
Takes
you
the
a-
sword.
I
still
brought you a
digging.
warrior. No, a warrior. Now, he looks at the ogre. I'd like you to meet the others of the group, the second six, the ones I was telling you about. The outsiders will make a change in history, and they'll begin a grand new empire. This, he points to Asker, is an old war companion, Asker. That is Silas. A bit of a jokester, yet can...
I'm underground. You can't see me.
Oh, I thought everybody was...
I'm busy.
Oh,
Silas is still digging.
I'm
okay.
doing my job, man.
I'm up. Yeah, I'm
We'll
up with
meet
the
in the
group.
break
This
room.
is Milo. This is a demon that was joined our ranks.
What? How? Oh, hi. Oh, you're large. Hi.
There's Balafan, the House Kenneth member that has joined us also.
Can you just say that with any more disdain? Please.
I could, but I
could
didn't
start
want to be
I
rude
could
in front
start
of our
some
guests.
research on that. It's pretty impressive, actually.
I don't want to be rude in front of our guest. This, and he kind of points to kobolds and goblins, and he kind of glares at them, kind of getting mad that they aren't assembling in front of him, making him look much more presentable.
Okay.
he kind of like nods at them, like, get into formation now.
They go, yeah, okay. They immediately get in there and quickly snap into a military formation and salute you.
Now, I'd like you all to meet your new officer, commanding officer. He shall be assisting me in terms of the battle strategies and whatnot.
It is a pleasure. He gives a little nod.
We currently have a bunch of orcs attempting to storm us for a priceless gate.
They don't want a gate. They want the necklace that you have.
Oh, they're here storming for this is they want this necklace I own. Point being, we hold a lot of resources that many desire.
All right. Anything else?
That's about it.
Okay. Okay. As you're doing this, Asger walks up to the ogre Gorgoroth, and I guess Asger, you kind of just politely kind of nod towards him and gesture towards his weapon.
I mean, he just stabbed it in the ground and is like talking with everybody, so I'm assuming he's like moving his hands. And instant he takes both hands off.
Okay. He's talking and kind of looking over everything, so you go over and touch it. You can see that as you touch it, even though he's not looking in your direction, he turns around and looks at you, sizes you up and gives you a little nod, and then goes back to interacting with everyone else. You pick up the blade. It's beautiful. You can tell that it's very, very old. It's giant make, exquisitely well balanced, a lot of heft, razor sharp, and seemingly untouched by air. All right. As you're doing this, you all of a sudden hear frantic running coming out of the tunnel, and several kobolds and bugbears and hobgoblins and goblins come out and go, "Boss, we found this room with this big blue circle in it, and the weird dude with the makeup fill in it."
The makeup on.
Me, dumbass.
He's like, oh, sorry, god damn it.
Asger takes off, hands the sword back, and then takes off.
Milo
Please, while I
follows.
handle that, Asger, I need to start planning out our formations. He starts handing
As
out
Asger's like hauling ass, he yells to the ogre, "I want to talk to you about that sword."
He gives you a nod, and he puts it in its scabbard and spends time with Gyarados. I imagine you all quickly get down the tunnel. It takes about maybe 20 minutes because of how deep down this is. And before you see this, the room exactly as it is. You all
And
can see
one
it.
clown.
And one real weird looking clown.
Dirty man.
All right. What do you all want to do?
Hey boys, look, we found it.
I can see that.
Can you?
Dang it, how do you pull your character again?
Go to the
Oh,
journal, and it's your name, and you can just drag your name.
Oh, I wouldn't
Thank
bother
you.
for this particular segment.
Okay,
They'll be
well,
there later.
We bothered.
Okay. The next segment you're definitely gonna want. Okay. Well, Gyarados has the thing you need to open this door. Like,
That is true. Send off one of the kobolds.
okay, the kobold runs. I guess Gyarados is showing Gorgoroth everything, and he's kind of just patiently, pretty impressed, listening to Gyarados. And a kobold comes up and says in Draconic, "Boss, they need you downstairs to open the big door, the big blue door, the door that's blue, the door that's big."
Oh, it's blue.
All right. He goes downstairs and starts opening it.
Okay. Do you remember how to open it? It was detailed in one of the diaries.
I do a history check, man.
Yeah, go ahead. I highly recommend someone take notes. Like, do a history check with it, man.
Wait, did it? Okay.
Okay, you're
Looked
fine.
at.
You remember that you just have to touch all of the sconces with the scepter.
He touches all the sconces with his scepter, extending his hand outward as he does.
Okay. The gate turns from blue into purple, and you hear a voice start yelling something in Goblin, extremely loud. Like just a bunch of random gibberish you don't understand.
I look at one of the goblins like translation.
It says only the king and his 4 honor guard may enter, for this is now a tomb, and only the anointed may survive.
Okay. He kind of like looks like he's about to pick his like dodgeball team. Okay, I'll take Asker. Guess I'll take
Cobalt.
Milo. It's like Cobalt 1, Cobalt, Milo,
Yes.
and Silas.
You just touch them in the chest with the scepter, and they glow faintly gold.
Well, thank you for touching me.
Please never describe it like that again.
Why
Okay,
do I look shiny?
Actually, here's an amusing side effect of being touched by the scepter and holding the scepter. You all, under this condition, understand and speak Goblin.
Hell yeah, boy.
Thank you, Jesus.
I curse in Goblin.
Your mother is a goat with saggy tits.
Hey, I understood that.
I guess I start walking through the gate.
You enter the gate and zoop, you disappear. Does everyone else follow?
Oh yeah, I'm right behind him.
Zoop, 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 zoop.
Zoopity boop.
And you arrive here. Now, you can only see the bottom section, right?
Yeah, but it's really blurry.
Well,
Okay.
your internet is garbage because I can see it fine.
Yeah, mine's not blurry.
Zoom in and give it.
Yeah, no, I zoomed in, but
It's fine on my end. Yeah, come back here.
I can
Okay,
see
for this
it.
section, you actually need your characters in.
Oh boy, here we
My
go.
character is here.
Jesus, I
Tell
guess.
me when
Okay, finally, now it loaded up.
Okay, you see before you. Let me open
We
up.
need Silas and Elfan still.
Fuck me, it won't let me drag my thing over.
Yeah, I was having that issue earlier. I thought I was doing it wrong, but I wasn't.
Just okay. That's not very helpful.
Oh, now we've got 2. You can title it like your name or give it like little things. There you go.
Okay, now let me, because you technically don't get here yet. Let me just read what's ahead of you.
Body if I am talking to the guy.
Beyond the portal is the sealed remnants of Palor Drawl. Oh, is everybody here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Beyond the door, beyond the portal is the sealed remnants of Palor Drawl. It is a vast complex in immaculate condition. The section you're at right now is actually at the end of a very long tunnel, and it has huge rooms on either side. As you pass, do you want me to just read off what's in them? Because you can kind of look in them and then quickly determine what's in them.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a vast complex in immaculate condition. As you walk, you can find traces of strange amber, almost like dried gelatin or viscera occasionally. Desiccated corpses are found here and there. certain sections of the wall, instead of being immaculate, beautiful stonework, are removed, almost like someone removed a section of the wall. You'll come on your left after walking several hundred yards. You spot a library, an enormous library, full of books and goblins. Breathtaking condition. All of them are extremely well taken care of. The only section that has sustained any damage is one that is labeled "The Fight Against the Enemy from Zoriat." And you can see that that bookcase is toppled over, and a hole in the wall has exposed what seems to be an underground river, which has flooded that book section, destroying all the books in that section. As you go down further, you find laboratories full of test plots of heirloom crops, tower farming complexes, treatises on better metallurgy. You see a functioning, a completely intact Ducani blast forge, but you can tell that whatever powers it is not operating at the moment. And if anyone wants to do an investigation check, they are welcome to.
Yes, please. Of course.
Okay, Sherlock Holmes, aka Asger Sherlock Holmes Locum.
I'm gonna try. Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you do it? Oh, damn it! Didn't mean to do it twice.
And that's fine, I'll take it. Asger, Silas, Gyarados examine it, and you can determine that it's powered by magma plumes. But whatever allowed it to flow freely and power all the forges has long since been sealed away, lies blocked. You can only imagine that maybe the magma dried in the funnels and you'd have to dig in there and chisel it out, but then you would have a blast forge with extremely powerful heating elements and an abundance of energy to work and shape. You continue down the hallway, and eventually now you arrive at this. Whereas everything else seemed to be of similar construction, this looks like it was haphazardly built. You can quickly identify that the section in front of you seems to be made of all the missing sections of stone you have seen behind you. And it is arranged in what you can kind of quickly determine is some kind of odd maze. Several corpses lie about, desiccated, shriveled. All the corpses are goblins, curiously. What would you all like to do?
Gyarados kind of walks towards the center of it and points the scepter like around the circle to see if it reacts to it.
You put your scepter over the circle, and nothing happens. As you look at it, you can tell that this sigil, the ornamentation in this section is completely unlike anything you've seen. This wasn't made by the goblins that built this city. This was made by something else.
And just starts looking around essentially to see.
As you look ahead, you can peek through the corridor and you can see that it goes left and it goes right. It's about 5 feet wide. It's very narrow, and it just branches away left and
He kind of just looks around, letting up.
What does everyone else like to do?
I guess I could feel out where all the cavities are in this area, like if there's any holes nearby.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Jesus. Sorry, my cat just scared the shit out of me.
It was totally not your role.
Yeah,
you whip out your worm. You stroke it, and you can tell that up ahead there's a lot of cavities, but There's so many of them. It's kind of hard to get a shape of how they are exactly. It's just it's the creature's sonar or whatever tremor sense is like bouncing off so many walls that it's like reverberating. You can't quite put a bead on.
Ugh.
Belfin, what would you like to do?
Taking notes of like the fact that we're kind of, well, we're still kind of still moving slowly in. I'm gonna move just to just where Gyarados is, and just kind of take a glance around.
You look at the sigil. You can do an Arcana check.
I'll go ahead and do
without,
that.
Without giving it away, tell me what kind of magic you study, and I will tell you how to make that Arcana. So, like, if you had to list the top 4 things that Gyarados studied, I mean, the top 4 things Belfin studied.
I'm not that obsessed with but with Gyarados, motherfucker.
But what are the 4 things that Belfin studied? Did you focus on maybe a particular kind of creature or group of creatures in their magic?
Belfan's more of an all-arounder. He seeks knowledge wherever of whatever kind he feels it at the time. So this would be literally him just recalling what he's learned.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check then.
All right. That's 25.
Damn. You look down at the sigils and everything, and the construction, and the ornamentation, and you know, Mind Flayer construction. This is Illithid architecture.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I don't think we should be here.
Yeah, don't we have like a bunch of orcs that are fucking? Sorry. Yeah. Shit.
There's
a bunch of
Gyarados.
Orcs that are about to show up on our front door. We ought to get our asses back.
Gyarados,
Yes.
I'm going to tell you this for the sake of strategy, but this is Illithid design.
What do you mean?
Right. Your layman's terms. Fucking mind flares.
So the appears if the previous residents here had their brains sucked to their head. That actually could probably explain why they all died at the same time.
If anyone would like to reflect on their experiences and the information they've learned about the Tukani, give me a history check with advantage. And if anyone feels kind of unnerved at how perfectly pristine everything, you can also examine.
I'm worried
And
about
if
how
we're
clean this shit
examining
is.
things. Yeah, there's no dust or anything, so would that be investigation?
I hope so.
Yes, it would.
Let's
see.
No. What?
Ouch. I know nothing.
You can do it with advantage, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
You drop your magnifying glass and it hits you in the dick.
Okay, so Silas and Gyarados and Milo, you put your heads together and realize that this is someone hitting a bomb?
Andre!
Yes.
Oh shit! I thought I was muted. Sorry.
Oh no.
sorry guys.
Milo is canonically getting high on some gnomish kush he stole from
Damn,
Borderlands.
Milo! We're kind of busy, bro.
Hey, listen.
2 days late, motherfucker.
Wait, what if? Oh my god! I just thought of something, and What if Milo, like, it helps with his amnesia to get stoned?
Oh,
Ooh.
I actually love that. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
One of your channel divinity could. I'll think about that.
Ian,
Okay.
if we make a highlight reel, that shit's going in. I'm getting. I'm
A
taking
Yes.
highlight.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
let's get back. Let's get back to it though. Let's get back to it. All right. So Gyarados, Milo, and Silas. Actually, Gyarados and Milo, you put your heads together, and you remember the Dakani fighting the Zoriat, fighting the Dalkir, the creatures from Zoriat, and know that the Dalkir. This is kind of a departure, but in Eberron canon, the Dalkir created Mind Flayers and Illithids. And so...
Oh, shit. That means the Dalkir
def-
must be so strong.
It seems that they came in here and they corrupted this place and killed everyone in it. But it's so pristine and clean that you can kind of deduce that they might not still be around. And Sherlock Holmes and Silas, you determined that going around, kind of poking around, that the portal has not only spatially but temporally separated this section of the city. So whatever occurred before the portal was sealed, and then time essentially stopped. So while you're in here, you're going to emerge outside almost exactly at the time that you left.
Useful, useful, useful.
I am just so strongly getting DBZ vibes right now.
Oh,
you can kind of tell
can
there's no
we come into this hyperbolic time chamber and like train until we level up?
And there's a reason. I will think about that. There's a map.
Gyarados and Asker just like fighting, lifting his shit.
Okay.
Beating the shit out of each other.
Majin Buu appears. Okay, so what do you all want to do? There's a maze ahead of you. This is Illithid construction, but things seem quiet. Around here, there's no evidence of activity. There's not even footprints or trail marks or anything in the dust. In fact, the only footprints you see are yours.
That means they can float.
Maybe.
Asker starts walking around.
You can go more forward if you would like, and I can reveal parts of the maze. Oh wait, do any of you have pen and paper or calligrapher's tools or anything?
I think. Oh shit, maybe not.
No,
I think
I got
I
Weaver.
I think Milo has pen and paper.
I mean, I could embroider some
I
notes.
don't see why you wouldn't.
Okay, so Milo...
Are you talking about Milo or are you talking about Andre having paper?
No, Milo.
Characters.
Okay,
Milo.
great. Yes, Milo does. Andre doesn't.
Okay, so Milo, every time you all uncover a section of the maze, give me a tool check. So basically, sleight of hand. With
Okay.
expertise.
Can I? Oh, I was about to say, can I do my? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, can I do my channel divinity to do my good rolls?
If I recall, I think I gave you calligrapher's tools, so you automatically have expertise on these checks.
Okay, so expertise. So what am I rolling? I'm just gonna roll 20.
You roll your dexterity modifier and then double your proficiency bonus. But you don't have to do it yet. Okay, who wants to go into the maze first?
I just want to look at the outside, like in the walls first.
Okay, I will reveal the entire area then that you can see. And that is what you see. Here, actually, I accidentally reveal some here, so it looks more spooky.
Okay, and how tall are these walls? Like, how tall is it to the ceiling?
It's about 10 feet, and it's flush. Like, they seem to have taken their time building this maze.
What are these little statues in the corners?
They're just spooky little Illithid statues. There's like random debris and like scattered remnants of this and that and desiccated corpses here and there, but there seems to be nothing Nothing terribly damning. Like with your freakishly huge PP and freakishly huge PI, you can do an optical pat-down. That there's nothing amiss here. It seems that all the facts line up. This is just the leftovers of some Dalkir nonsense.
Huh. Hey, what's this right here? Is this just a wall?
No, well, yeah, it is, but it goes left and it goes right. If you step in there, I will reveal the left and right section.
Wait, like up here?
Yeah. It's a maze.
Oh, okay. And then outside those are rooms. Gotcha. Now I understand.
And then when you go to a corner, I will reveal down the line of sight what you.
Um, actually, you're gonna see Asgard kind of stand up. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and Hella, his little snake, kind of flutters out of his jacket and looks at him. He kind of nods to the tunnel, and he just wants them to go down and make sure there's not anything in the immediate area that's gonna like assassinate me.
Okay. Which tunnel do you
And
want?
they
to go?
have flyby.
Left or right?
You got a flying
Left
snake?
first. Yep.
Super sick. Is that a familiar?
Yeah.
Kind of. I like it's what bit me and gave me my facial scars from hell.
Oh, fucking sick. Yes. That's cool. I didn't know that. I love it.
Okay, left or right?
Left.
What's their fly speed?
Oh god, let me look it up.
God, I need to get
You need to get a new what?
a new mouse.
Oh.
Just put out some cheese and wait.
Oh, got him. Fucking owned. Hell yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
60 feet fly speed.
Thank you, Andre.
You're so welcome.
Okay, you can see she goes down the tunnel, and you can see that it does. Yeah, sorry, my mouse is terrible. It's hard. And that's how she goes before she kind of stops. Do you want her to keep going?
No, I wanted to check the other side.
Okay, she zooms back, does a little twirl, goes straight up, straight over to the left. Here there is an intersection. You can either go left, or you can go upright or immediate right. So like here, or like here are the ways you can go.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. I guess just go right. Immediate right.
You go down this tunnel. It goes south, and then it branches left, and it branches right.
Go left.
And you go down this way. There's only one other direction to go, and you wind up at a dead end.
There aren't any rooms or anything.
No, you can't see any rooms. She banks around to the other side, and it is also a dead end. Actually, hold on a second. She goes around the corner here, She arrives here. You can go left, but to the right is actually a door.
Okay. Yeah, if she found a door, she would just come straight back to me.
Okay, she comes right back to
It seems she found a door. Are we trying to go in? What are we doing?
I do not think we should.
I think we should probably start heading back up and prepare for the attack.
Yeah.
This can happen later.
Then again, We're not taking up any time in here.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't you just tell us that we're in a different... Wait, no. That was me. Sorry. Never mind. Out of character. Back into character. Yes, this is a time-stopped area, basically.
Yeah.
Time does not travel here.
Yes, I know, but why don't we use this to an advantage? Don't you think that once we solve this puzzle, that perhaps the time illusion will be lost on here? We could use this time to prepare for there to consider that infinite amount of time.
And you know what? I don't want to.
Perhaps.
Pardon me. Go on. Hello.
What was that?
What was that?
Oh. I don't want to end up fighting something here, getting tired, and then jumping right back into more bullshit once we go back.
Once we have all the time in the world, which I technically we do now, but when we don't have the growing threat of the orcs outside, we can use this resource to our advantage and then deal with this afterwards.
We'll put a
Sure.
pin in it. We'll put a pin in the maze.
Time
Put a pin in it.
out. Okay, so think about this logically. We are stopped in time. We can sleep here. We can explore this, sleep here. Time doesn't pass. We get our full rest, and then we go back.
Yes,
At the same time we came in.
but we could encounter something that might put us more at risk.
Let me just be clear. We will encounter something, and I have to. So,
You
help me or don't. And I start walking down the hallway towards the door.
I'm convinced. Okay. I follow you. Milo follows. He's convinced.
Okay, just go ahead and follow the route, and you will end up right there.
Where'd I go? Is this me? Why don't I see? Do y'all see him as a little demon boy, or do you see just a little default
see him.
image picture?
Yeah, default. But with
Okay.
a red dot on it.
Okay.
No, I think the red dot is... Oh, wait. Who's who?
No, the red dot is not me.
Oh, who is then? I
Um,
mean,
Gabe.
it's.
I'm over here now.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Alright, cool. So
make
you
your
two are
token
following?
symbols.
I'm dragging my feet. Silas does not think that we should be going down.
Yeah, the Gyarados is like hesitantly just kind of following.
Okay,
I don't think we
you
can make
and-
them smaller.
We can, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I had to scale it, and unfortunately, it doesn't scale neatly with the 5-to-5 grid, which is kind of.
Oh, I see.
No worries.
Okay, you open the door, and it's just full of goblin corpses that are desiccated, a horrifying expression on their face, and they are just stacked. There's probably a good 30 of them in. As you are we all? How close are we? Are we like next to Asger right now, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it! Hold on
I mean,
a second.
we're in the initial area, right? Where we've already explored. We haven't gone anywhere else.
All right. As you are. Okay, is everyone gonna go into that room?
Yeah.
I'm
Into
not.
the room? I haven't gone into the room. Wait, which room are we at?
Yeah, I didn't know I was in a
you're-
room.
You're right there. How do I ping again?
Hold the mouse.
I can hold.
That's the room. It's just full of goblin corpses. You can see there's a wall to your north, and then it angles to the left.
Okay. I mean, if it's just full of corpses, I'm going to ignore the room at first, and I'm going to send Hella out and around the corner.
All right. As you do that, you feel a faint rumble in the building, and a series of rocks appear, blocking your way out.
Oh boy.
It felt like a strange shudder and whatnot. Hella proceeds up the north. I will reveal the path. Discuss yourselves amongst yourselves what you make of the sudden change in scenery.
Could I animal handling and see if my wormy knows what happened?
They wouldn't really be able to tell you that. You could look at the rocks if you like, though.
I look at the rocks.
Give me an investigation check with advantage. I will detail about 60 feet of what Hella can discover.
Ugh.
One second. It's like hard for me to see because it like makes everything super gray.
Oh, the overlay.
Yeah. So I can't fucking tell what I'm looking at. Hold on a second. Okay, good. Okay, good. Here, 1 minute. Just switch over. She keeps going for a while. She will stop when she hits a door. Reveals the rest of the path. Goes here. And eventually she arrives at this, which seems to be the dead center of the base. As she travels down, nothing of note seems to have occurred. She didn't see anything out of the ordinary. The occasional desiccated corpse, the occasional discarded dagger, everything seemed to miss. And as she actually hovers over this strange sigil, nothing seems to change.
Okay. Have her come back. I guess that's where we go.
Okay, she comes back. And would you all like to go towards?
Yeah,
Towards the
but
store?
because she's flying, I'm just gonna wanna check, like, investigate the floor and like the walls and shit, make sure we're not gonna step on anything or any kind of traps.
Okay, give me 4 investigation rolls.
Sweet. Wait, say that again. You cut out.
Give me 4 investigation rolls with it.
Okay.
That sound is so. Okay.
14 is the lowest.
You deftly apply through it, and there are no traps. You occasionally trip on a corpse or step on a sword, but you can all arrive in the center harm-free.
Sweet.
As you arrive in the center, you notice that there are. You notice that there are some rocks here, kind of blocking the way. You kind of all get in position here. You notice that rest of the areas seem to be caved in, probably by the earlier cave-in. This just keeps opening absolutely everything.
This sounds like a nightmare in progress.
Absolutely. Okay, there we go. Oh, could you all move your icons into the center?
You mean here?
Into the maze?
No, in the dead center. In the dead center. Right where Asgir. Okay. Touches. As you all arrive here, you notice that the entryway, the area you used to get in here has suddenly collapsed in on itself. And seemingly the only path left to take is this one. Is right here. Okay, how do you do it? You just hold down.
Yeah, hold down the click to do a little ping, right?
some reason. There we go. That seems to be the only path that is available to escape.
Hey, Asgard can go that way.
Okay, give me a single investigation check. Advantage.
Who, everybody?
No, just Asgard.
Oh.
Oh,
You deftly ply through the remaining section. You'll find this strange corkscrew path. Eventually, ahead of you, this large room. Everyone else can follow suit. Like there are no traps. Like there's absolutely. You arrive in this large room, and then ahead of you is an even larger room, which leads to a strange green door.
Too many doors.
There's always too many goddamn doors.
As you arrive, you.
these statues, though.
Oh, I know they're pretty cool, huh?
Okay,
The statues look like minotaurs, but their features are distorted, and you can see stone illithid tadpoles writhing around and encircling them. This area has dust in even distribution everywhere. And ahead of you is the large door. What would you like?
Does either of the statues have, like, a giant weapon I could take?
A giant stone sword if you want.
Yep.
That won't last very long.
It'll shatter, I'll tell you that much, but you can't take it as decoration later if you want.
Oh no. I wanted to shatter on something's head.
Okay, you take the large stone sword. It does 2d12 when you hit someone with it, but just once.
Wow, that's pretty
I'm cool
cool.
with it. I'm basically just gonna use it anytime I'm like, big bad, die.
Okay. So ahead of you is a green door. What would you like?
There haven't been traps yet, but the one time we don't check is the time we die, so check the door for traps.
Is that the fucking truth?
Go ahead and give me investigation. Okay.
There we go.
You check the door, you push it open, and on the other side seems to be a hallway that has sunk and goes sharp as like a 45-degree angle deep into the ground. Down at the bottom, you can see a faint blue glow. If you want to roll, actually, you would know this is the same glow as the portal.
It seems there's another portal down here. And considering everywhere else is caved in, this is our only chance, so I'm going.
Does it? It's pretty steep. You could actually theoretically slide down it if you all would like. You can perhaps fashion some kind of toboggan or something so you can do it faster. I'm not suggesting you make a weird sled out of corpses, but I'm kind of suggesting.
That's not what I'm saying. It's just exactly what.
I created that to.
Do you each take one of the hobgoblin corpses that are lying around and use it as a sled?
No, I make a steed. Use my spell. Slide down.
Okay. What do you make?
I make a crocodile.
A crocodile?
So-
Okay,
Yeah.
that's actually. Okay, so I'm taking it that everyone is going down at the same time.
Yeah, you got room on
One
that
after the
crocodile
other.
for two?
How big are
Well-
these little statues? Could I use a statue to slide down and be the first to go?
Yo, fuck a
Uh,
statue. Let's talk about these crocodiles. How big are these crocodiles? There's only one
Okay,
crocodile.
so
only one
just
crocodile.
give me an athletics check to break one of the statues, and you can write it down.
Alright, sweet.
Huh, how weird.
Garbage.
All right,
roll.
you break the statue and you start sliding down. How's everyone else going to go? Belfin, how are you going to get down?
To get down.
Yeah.
How far is the drop?
It seems to be about 200 to 300 feet.
Okay. Can I? I can't see the bottom, can I?
You can see a faint blue glow reminiscent of the portal that took you into here.
All right.
I'll be a
All
bro.
Who's coming aboard? He says as he gets ready to cast Featherfall.
All right, you effortlessly slide down behind Asger. Go ahead.
I will have put light on the statue so everyone can see where I'm going.
Okay, you see Asger hanging 10 on this illithid statue as he slides down the hallway. Mila, how are you getting down?
That's a good question. I guess I'll just, you said there's like the big statues. They have swords. Do they have shields?
No.
Okay. Can I just remember a shield and then just sit on it?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Done. Kite shield. I just
you
slid
slide
down
on a shield. Gyarados, how are you getting down? Oh, you crocodile. Silas, how are you getting down?
I don't want to go down there.
You don't?
It's
don't.
the only
Oh,
way
man.
to go.
I don't trust this fucking place, guys.
Oh man.
If your
You're
character
getting
would
left
stay-
behind. I've already gone.
If your character, if you decide to stay up here, you can stay up here.
Yeah, I don't fucking
Okay.
trust this place at all.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Gyarados, you slide down. Everyone slides down, and you end up at the bottom. And this is the bottom. In front of you is pretty obviously an enormous creature, a giant brain in a huge tank,
Jesus
surrounded
Christ.
by these weird gelatinous red piles of goo. Around the enormous brain in a vat, you can see the bodies of dead mind flayers littering the place like gnats after a lightning storm, and you hear the creature broadcast into your mind, "Finally, a meal after 8,000 years."
Fucking told you. Told you.
Jesus
We could have
Christ.
avoided all of this. We could have avoided all of avoided.
man.
We could have just gone to kill
Asker's just sitting there like, I had to. You realize that, right? I don't have my own will. I end things. All I do is bring an end to shit hell tells me to bring an end to.
You're
I
about to
am
bring an end to this friendship, brother.
antithesis of everything.
Let's just kill it and leave.
That's the whole point.
Are we
Okay,
gonna get into?
Yeah, it's pure evil. Yeah. If
No,
you
I mean like,
think
are we
that
gonna
you
get into combat because it's like almost 9:30?
Yeah, no, this is gonna take. This is at least an hour and a half worth of combat here.
What?
You all,
Dang.
yeah.
Man.
So yeah, you have fallen into. If you want, one of you can each do one thing as you fall in here. Nothing terribly complicated. You can do like a skill check. So, Asger, what skill check would you like to do?
Well, where exactly are we falling in?
Hold on a second. The stupid icons getting the god. Okay. You fall right about there. So go ahead and plop all of your characters down. And then you will have one ability check that you can perform in order to kind of get a grasp on the situation, and then we will pick up next week in Prossimo Episodio de
The episode of our TPK, you evil.
Not me, bitch. I didn't go.
This game is called Silas the Piper Buries Their Friends.
So we're going with the rename right away. So the next. All right, I guess I have to rename the footage now.
Silas and the Pipers.
Silas
If we all die
Silas
here, the next character I'm gonna make is just it's gonna be a dope wizard.
Good.
Okay, that's cool. Well, start making your secondary characters. Oh, actually, so everyone, Asger, what do you want your skill check?
I don't know. I'm just gonna be like, holy shit, that's a giant fucking skeleton with a brain. Shit. Everything else would be combat. I almost wanted to throw the fucking statue at it, just to be like, well.
You can do that if you want. That would be really funny, and I would allow that.
All right.
All right.
I'll run forward a little bit and huck it.
All right, just do this as a straight roll.
Wait, what is he doing? He's throwing something at it?
Yeah, he's gonna check the statue at it. I'm gonna allow it because it's an athletics. I'm gonna do it as an athletics just because it'd be funny.
All right, 1 second. Just regular athletics, so normal. Do I want to rage?
No, you're
Are
fine.
we going straight into combat?
I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, he's gonna try to kill you. All right, so you chuck the statue at it. You chuck the statue, and the creature, you can see that it lifts one of its tendrils, and that its tentacles dig into the body of one of the mind flayers. The mind flayer's eyes light up, and then all of a sudden the statue stops in the air and then harmlessly falls to the ground.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He goes, and you can hear him broadcast into your mind, "A commendable effort, but in vain. I cannot wait to die." Okay, Milo, it is your go. You get a
shit, it's
skill
my
check.
turn.
This isn't gonna end well.
Wait, is it a skill check? Or can I like, cast a spell or something?
You can only do a skill check.
Sweet.
So this will just...
When you say do a skill check, like what would that kind of
What
let
do
me
you
think.
thinking?
I kind of want to That is good.
Oh, make sure to
question.
put all of your tokens down here so that the next time we run it, we don't have to worry about tokens not working.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Oh,
This new-
wait.
You're smart. So,
Damn.
hey, Silas, how are you going to feel when the big guy's best friend Drekolich upstairs decides to come give you a surprise?
I'll feel real silly. But you know what? Maybe I don't want to die with all of them.
Okay, Milo, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to. Can I do an insight check on a fucking big motherfucking brain?
Yes,
I don't know
you
what that would
can.
I don't know if I want to check his. So, I've got a emotional insights. I can pinpoint reasons and motivations behind deception. Oh, he's not trying to deceive us. He's trying to eat us. Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of obviously trying to eat you.
All right. Well, what
Okay.
I mean, what could I do with an insight check here? I'm not sure.
Just if you want to, do you want to figure out what it is?
Oh, wait. I can cast augury with no components.
Okay, I
That's
will
a whole
allow
thing,
you.
though.
Oh, that's a ritual, though. Okay.
It says after a long rest. Okay.
Okay. Like, give me. What do you want to do? Do you want to figure out what he is? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to figure out. I want to see if I can.
Give me Arcana with advantage.
Okay, got it. Oof. All right.
It's an elder brain.
An elder
the-
brain.
The most
boy.
powerful manifestation of an illithid, the end goal of a mind flayer's evolutionary track. A being of pure will and
Big
Okay.
Mama.
Belfin, what do you want to do? You get a skill check.
I see a bunch of like moving parts here. So I see the waters behind it, or what appears to be some kind of liquid, very bright.
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
want to do an Arcana on that to see what the hell that is.
Okay. Roll Arcana with advantage.
Oh. $17.
Okay. It is water, but you can tell that this water is weak, almost like it's diluted. As you look at the thing the brain is in,
What do you dilute water
realize.
with? Piss.
Okay, but like, there's something in it, but the concentration in order for you to actually do anything with it is too weak here. You probably think that the fluid that the elder brain is in probably has potent magical powers that you can probably harness if he's dead, or if you can get there and collect it without dying.
Good fucking luck.
Gyarados, what would you like to do as your skill check?
I'm gonna use my item that makes.
What was that?
So I'm gonna use my magical item best out of the scenario.
Okay, you keep breaking up every other word. What was that?
I said I'm going to use the item that gives the best outfit for this scenario.
My
I
boots
don't
are
know
get
what
the
the
fuck out of here.
Yes.
You're still wearing your armor and everything. You are suddenly wearing a hat made out of aluminum. You have resistance to psychic damage.
Nice.
Write that down. Okay, Silas, you abandon your friends. You get nothing, and we need to have one serious talk though, because you could die, and if you die, we need to quickly discuss how you all would like to. Now, one thing I was thinking was that if Asger is alive, or if Hell cares, Hell can personally shepherd your soul into a new body, and
Cool.
I was thinking that you can keep the same class if you want, and you keep the same level, but you just get a random Eberron race body. So like a drow, or like a changeling, or a gnome,
That's
yada
very
yada yada.
fun.
Or you can do true death, and a new champion will be selected, and you simply start at this level. How would you all like that?
I feel like
Those
we
are
should
those are
cross
two
that
cool
bridge when it
options.
comes to it.
How about like just whatever's up to the character? Like if you're tired, you can die for real. But if you want to keep fucking partying, you can be like, "Hey, Hell, put me in a."
Yeah, I'm
Possibly
thinking.
so, yeah.
What I'll do is that if you fail 3 death saving throws, Asger can petition Hell to shepherd your body, and then they will take your soul and give you an option. How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay,
Does
that's
that
great.
sound good?
Yeah.
Asger, you like that idea?
Sounds good to me.
Oh,
All right, perfect. Well, it was very nice playing this campaign. Say bye to all your characters.
Bye, all my
I
characters.
told you we shouldn't have gone down here.
I can't wait. I've been waiting all week for this.
Man, I was excited to fight the orcs, but now we gotta fight this elder
You
brain.
realize
Dude,
Ian
honestly,
Ian is evil, right?
so wait, hold on. So you let us down here though, and I
You
really
realize Ian is evil, right?
okay. I should have done an insight check on my own party member to like when they were like leading us down.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially when it was me leading you down, when you know I have 0 will of my own. I literally have a
Yeah,
6
I
charisma.
should have just rolled a dang insight on you, man, because that's like
So who do you think was telling me go?
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go
Man.
against. I wanted to go against the orc power up.
Oh,
and do this.
the orc thing is going to be really cool. It's probably going to be the combat we're going to do. Probably at the end of, we're probably going to have this one next session, and then I'm gonna roll to see if the orcs attack. And if they do, they do. I'm sorry. But at least you have the benefit of leaving here, and you can take a long rest. So just keep that in mind. Also, and you can run away. I'm gonna have to say that it's difficult. And if you do remember, did you all still equip the mining gear that you found at the camp? Because when you went,
I would
when
have
you went
assumed
hiking,
anytime
to
we go down there, Belfan would have equipped mining gear.
okay, because when you all went out to go with the Sisters of Dread, you all took mountain climbing gear with you for the mountains. So unless you de-equipped it, you would still have it. So you would be able to climb up the really sharp incline as the Elder Brain shoots horrifying nightmares at you. And Silas is at the top laughing until a Draco Lich pushes him down the tunnel.
The only thing is where else do we go?
Or
It
to hell.
caved in.
Did it
Oh,
cave
you
in?
can, yeah, it did.
Oh, great.
Literally the only way we could have gone after we went in there was this way. So I said Ian's evil. He led us here to die.
Not me, baby.
Oh, you're good. Oh, okay, Mags. I'm really sorry, but do you think I didn't account for you being a coward? I'm
I'll
not
let my
joking about.
rats eat me before you killed me.
Actually, you know what? That is hilarious. Seppuku. I love that.
Seppuku with rats.
Yeah, what
The
a
death
joke.
song.
What a laugh.
Let me see
So wait,
the death song.
this is an elder brain, right?
No,
Yes.
it's a little one.
Yeah. What's up?
Just wondering.
Wait, what are you thinking? I'm suspicious now.
He's just
Give it-
gonna Google it.
Give it some brain teasers.
I don't really need to Google it because I memorized my stats by heart.
Nerd.
Yeah, Ian knows
Yeah,
this.
Yeah. Elder Brains are one of my favorite enemies, and a certain someone here ruined everything. Do you want to tell the story, buddy?
I'm gonna get
Oh, man.
the recording now since we're since it seems we are wrapping up.
Yeah, okay. We're wrapping up for the day, but I really do want everyone to hear the story of how a certain someone one-shotted a mind flayer